Yeah, we're live. It's the High Council 2019. Biatches. I am Ethan Van Sciver. This is Comic Artist Pro Secrets channel. I'm here with my two best buddies in the world. These guys are my wingmen on either side as I march down this YouTube community. Is it a community? It's not a community. F that word. I already announced that was no longer a good word to use. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, premiering for the first time in the year 2019, world-class bullshitters, Jeff. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing well. I'm really, really happy that we're back to the High Council. I felt like there was a hole in my life, and now, well, things seem to be back to normal.
I wanted to say your last name, and then I went, I don't know if that's doxing you. So I was like, Jeff. Jeff.
I introduce myself on every podcast. I give all of our names. I don't give a shit.
Okay, awesome. So Geeks and Gamers, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, few people have done what this man has done over the course of just 1 year with his channel. Over the course of just 1 year, this man has turned Geeks and Gamers from a fun channel about video games and Star Wars and other pop culture geekery into an absolute institution on YouTube. His name is now feared. It is revered. These people cannot stop talking about this man in good ways and bad. His detractors are just as entertaining as his fans. Ladies and gentlemen, Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy.
What's up, Geeks and Gamers? It's Jeremy, and I am happy to be back on the High Council. First episode of 2019, first episode with the Geeks and Gamers channel at 100,000 subs. I want to thank everybody for the support. It's been a hell of a rise that we've experienced, and it's only the beginning. I feel kind of like EVS now, man. These SJWs and these NPCs are after me like crazy. That 100K has struck fear into them, and it's been wild. But yeah, I'm happy to be here, guys.
It's really great to have you. I'm going to ask you a little bit about turning 100,000. Because I would like to get there myself. I'm at 91,000. I am working hard to get the subs to get to 100,000. And I'm following your example. I think me and Jeff both are. What happens? What happens when you turn 100,000?
You know, they deliver a box of pink pussy hats to your door.
They don't do that.
No, it's to me, I do feel that people are treating me differently now, a lot differently, good and bad. I've had people that have shit on me since I had 20,000 subs, since Star Wars Explained went after me, when I was a lowly little 18,000 sub channel, and he went after me and tried to twist my words, and then all of his fans says, "Oh, Jeremy's channel is going to die because Alex went after him." And now 87,000 subs later, I don't think we died. And now a lot of those people are coming after me, or coming to me in private now. And they're like, "Hey, Jeremy, congratulations, buddy." I'm like, yeah, you can't stop this train. So you finally waving the white flag. And that's fine. I'll have a conversation with you in private. But I do feel that people are treating me differently. And I'm like, it's the same. I'm the same person I was. It's the same channel. But I think a lot of people are realizing, like, man, these guys aren't stopping. They've tried, and this goes for all of us. They've tried to stop all of you. They go after you. They try to slander. They try to manipulate your words and twist everything you say. On my 100,000 live stream video, my audience informed me that Collider did a top 10 Star Wars heroes, and they put Rey ahead of Ahsoka. And I lost it on the live stream. And I had nothing of Rey, obviously, here. But I did have a Pez dispenser package that I got for Christmas of Darth Vader, and Rey was on the package. So I opened the package, and I took a kitchen knife, and I kind of chopped off Rey's head. And, oh boy. Oh, my God. I mean, people started losing it.
He's destroying Daisy Ridley. He's calling for violence.
And I had people making videos on it, so I had to make a video and tell them that's just like Ben Affleck said in Jay and Silent Bob, fictional characters. They're fictional characters. So I duct taped Rey's head back on the cardboard and showed everybody that, hey, she's okay. She has a duct taped up neck now. It's okay. But yeah, man, it's been wild. But YouTube did give me
I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
no, you good. I was just gonna say YouTube gave me the verified check mark, and I guess I'll get my mundane matte plaque so I can do a cry video. But other than that, it's just how people have responded to it, really.
I absolutely love to hear this. This is great news. Now, here's the thing. I have gone through this too, and now Jeff has skirted this because Jeff goes to Toys R Us and he stacks up Rose Tico toys, and then he basically does a running like scissor kick. And
That was Kroger. That was Kroger.
oh, it's Kroger. All right.
Yeah, they like me at Kroger.
There are no more Toys R Us's. So,
Sadly.
yeah. So here's the thing, guys. These people, and I was marveling about this all week long because I did a video this week where I reviewed the very first Brie Larson SJW Captain Marvel toy. And I swear to God, first of all, this toy is hilarious. They sculpted her face so she looks like Robin Gibb from the Bee Gees, and she's literally holding a cat. She's a crazy cat lady SJW feminist.
You bought that one. Oh
I
God.
bought that one, and I opened it. I reviewed it. I sexually objectified it. According to SJWs, I did not sexually objectify that woman. I did not. That's a lie. It is a lie. Oh, hi, Mark. Now, but what I did do at the
Did
end
you finally see that movie?
I've seen it 100 times. I love the Room. Love that
Yeah, me too. Shit, I've seen. We never talked about this in the whole year we've been friends.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about the Room. We should do a viewing of that. It's fun.
We will.
It's fun. But yeah, so I flung the Captain Marvel toy across the room at the end of the video. You know, I've reviewed it carefully, respectfully. You can see that video. And then I took the toy and I flung it against the wall as hard as I could. Well, not as hard as I could. I could have flung it harder. I was sitting and I flung it with one hand, just kind of. Anyway, it was hard enough for feminists to accuse me of dog whistling wife beating, and I am not kidding you. That was a dog whistle to women, to men, to beat their wives. I said, so flinging a piece of plastic that's shaped like a woman against the wall is a dog whistle to wife beating. And they said, you know it was. I was like, oh my God. It was. These people can all read minds, Jeremy. So listen, here's the thing. These SJWs have a real problem with toys. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm open to theories. Some people have suggested that what it is it's that the toys are kind of this idolatrous thing. It's because SJWism is religious. It's like a religious cult, a little tiny miniature version of something that is, woke. If you break it, you have committed high treason.
Well, I'm noticing a pattern with them, and basically their favorite thing is, "Are you saying?"
Are
Yeah.
you saying?
And then they add the most insane, crazy thing to whatever the conversation was.
Are you saying?
Like, I mean, did you hear me say that? So they love to just add whatever context they want to add to something you're doing and manipulate it and twist it. And they lose credibility by the day. I mean, just like I tell them, the more, like, every time they complain about me making Star Wars video, you know what I do? I make another Star Wars video. I will make 5 videos tomorrow. It says The Last Jedi sucks if they keep at me. Just because. What are you going to do? I can make whatever videos I want. I can title it whatever I want. My live stream last night, I titled it, I said, late night stream, The Last Jedi still sucks. Just because. And everybody's like, what are we talking about? I said, no, I just titled it that way because people get mad when I talk about The Last Jedi. So I'm going to keep talking about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing you could do. The more you complain, the more I'm going to press the gas pedal that much harder. And there's nothing you can do about it. And clearly, everything they're trying to do is not working. All of the pro Last Jedi Star Wars fans, those YouTube channels have pretty much stopped growing. And all of the people that are calling out what's going on at Lucasfilm and holding Disney accountable are growing rapidly. Why? Because the fans are sick of what's going on with Star Wars, and they want to know that people are out here fighting for Star Wars and holding Lucasfilm accountable. We don't give a shit about press passes. We don't give a damn about getting into movie screenings. We don't care about it. We don't care if we're in Disney's good graces. Don't give a shit. Disney, you can keep your press passes. Don't want them. Don't bring them anywhere near me. I'll pay my money. I'll go to Star Wars Celebration. I don't need your shitty Wi-Fi. I'll handle it. And people want to hear from people like that. They don't want to hear from people that are pandering just to get in good with Disney. And there are so many people out there. We've heard Kyle Newman himself say that critics and directors were scared to criticize The Last Jedi because they didn't want to upset Disney. And it's so rare to have, or it's not as rare as it used to be, because I feel like with people like us and people like Mahler and all these other channels, I feel like a lot of people are starting to realize we can speak out. We can hold Disney accountable. They aren't the end all be all, you know, and that's why channels like ours are growing, and the channels that are just kissing their ass they're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Are we taking more chances in 2019? What is our plan? What are our objectives for 2019? This should be like a New Year's resolution kind of show here, since this is the first show of 2019. Jeff, what are your plans for World Class Bullshitters this year? What are your goals and objectives?
Well, yeah, let's see. I was going to make a joke about taking over the world. No, my goal is to just get back to making more videos. And that's all I really have planned right now. Like, I'm like you, I got to finish my comic and do stuff like that. But I always lay the smackdown with facts on these people. Like Scott Mendelson, the biggest shill in Hollywood, can come out of the woodwork to try to go on and make up lies and bullshit. But the way you beat these people with facts. So I'm just going to keep on doing that through 2019 and grow the channel. I'm going to go for that million, Jeremy. I'm going to beat you to it. I'm putting it down right now, January 8th, 2019.
You're going to have a million subs?
I'm going for that next year. I got a couple plans. I can't tell you guys yet. I'll tell you in private.
Why wouldn't you tell us? Okay, all right, yeah, tell us in private.
Yeah, I'm not telling everybody on the channel right now. What do we got, like 1,200 people watching right now?
There'll be 1,200 million subscriber people on YouTube because of that. All right, so just tell me. Don't tell Jeremy though.
Between us, we can beat him together.
Oh yeah,
help me with the book, and Jeremy's just there. So comic artist, man. We'll start our union and beat him.
That sounds great. So, what are your plans, Jeremy?
My plans is obviously Geeks and Gamers is the YouTube channel has exploded this year, but we have seen growth on our website based on the brand recognition that the YouTube channel has given us. And so I'm definitely focused on continuing to build our website and build our Twitch channel, because, the YouTube channel is great and it's offered us so many opportunities this year. And I'm not slowing down on the YouTube channel. I'm posting 3-4 videos a day and not slowing down at all.
Let me ask the chat. Chat, this is a question from the High Council to you. We need your advice right now. How many videos per day is too many videos per day? You tell us how many you would watch if we did. And I want to see the numbers happen here. This is important. We're trying to create entertainment, but we're not trying to annoy people. So I want to know, like, what is the limit? People are saying 2, 4, 5. Somebody said 10, 53, 3 max. It looks like an average of 3, and there are a few people who are saying 4. Adam S is saying Mike 0 many. That's too many.
God, I can't post that. I can't. Us together, us 3 together can't post as many as Mike 0.
No, man, I'm every other day videos.
I have alerts for Mike 0 videos that I forgot how to turn off, and they show up. I'm like YouTube alert, and I'm like, oh, somebody did something on my YouTube. No, it's Mike 0 saying Han Solo spoilers for episode 9. I'm like, you don't know potential spoilers. I'm like, I gotta stop this. At first it was funny, but it's not funny anymore.
No, it's unbelievable. But I respect the fact that Mike 0 gives no Fs. He does not care. He'll just post whatever. He doesn't listen to anything or anybody. He just posts whatever he wants. But
he's got great thumbnails. I will say that. He does really, really good thumbnails. But yeah, I don't get it. So I might do 2 a day.
Yeah, but yeah, so the plan is to definitely continue to build upon the website, which we are currently working on now. I'm dumping, quite a bit of money into the website to continue to develop it. We definitely hope to get to a point where we can do something with an app. And, I've dialed back a lot of my stuff going on at Geeks and Gamers because, I'm built for what we're heading to. I'm built for the negativity that is inevitably coming our way and has definitely picked up in the last few weeks. But I need to make sure the people that are affiliated with Geeks and Gamers understand what we're heading to. Like earlier, the same person that tagged you in that tweet, they were going after me, and my team was arguing with them. Some of the ladies at Geeks and Gamers, and they were just ripping this chick apart because this chick was like,
Jeremy's a misogynist. He just hates women.
And they're like,
Jeremy, how do you feel about women?
I respect women. I definitely
Yeah.
respect. I respected women 4 times today. 4
Really?
times. 4
That's a
times.
lot,
Yeah,
dude. Are
yeah,
you okay?
yeah. You know, just it's tough. It is tough. It's tough
You're away from
respecting
home, you
women.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's tough respecting women to the level I do it. But I'm dedicated. I'm a nice guy. I open doors for all women. You know, I pay for their food even if I don't know them. I mean, it's your obligation. You go into an establishment and there's women, you pay for their food. Like that's just what you have to do.
I don't think so. I think you've got the wrong idea. I think you've got some retrograde ideas about respecting women. I think women need to pay for their own thing, and how dare you, patriarchy? You know, that's.
Am I showing male patriarchy when I'm disrespect? Is that so? It's disrespectful to open the door for the women because you're basically telling the woman she's not strong enough, and you're the man. It's male toxicity. Holy shit! All these years I didn't even know.
Yeah, I think it's true. I have to think about it.
My whole life is a lie now.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do now.
just nothing.
It is. There's so many ridiculous SJW theories out there, but yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm prepared for what's coming our way, and I just need to make sure everybody with the Geeks and Gamers team is, and I would say the heavy majority of them are, but you know, you have to be a special breed to deal with the shit that these SJWs say. Ethan, you've been dealing with it longer than any of us, and you're a pro at it. And I've learned a lot of it from you, watching you how you handle them. And the worst thing you can do is get mad at them, because then they feel like they've won. You just have to laugh at them, make fun of them, you know, and use them for motivation. So like I've been telling on Twitter, I'm just using your pain for my benefit.
Jesus. Well, you don't have to use their pain, but I mean, yeah.
No, using it. I mute them after I get done with them. I just use them, abuse them, and then mute them, and I make a video about them afterwards. and that's it, man. They're useless life forms. They are NPCs. They are non-playable characters in the game of life. They're like the Flood from Halo, except that's disrespectful to the Flood from Halo to call them that. But that's what they are. And you have to use all of their pain for your benefit, and it makes them worth something finally. So,
yeah, Look, being in Comicsgate, there's a concerted effort to destroy Comicsgate. Comicsgate is, of course, you know, we do what we're doing. We're trying to save the comic book. Well, no, I always say that and say that's not true. The comic book industry, I think, is doomed. I think it's done for. You know, I hate to say it, but the comic book industry, as we know it right now, is just a bunch of like executives figuring out how to scam a bunch of small businesses into keeping their profits at a certain level. And the small businesses are the retailers who are constantly bamboozled and just run amok by the way that solicitations work in comics. Basically, there is no possible way that the comic book industry is going to survive the way business is being done right now. So on top of that, they've got weirdo SJWs. Not only, and maybe because, but not only are the companies scamming them with things like 28 variant covers and hey, if you can only get one of these lenticular cover of Spider-Man if you buy 58 non-lenticular covers, and therefore you've got one comic book that's sellable and 58 that aren't sellable at all. They're doing all kinds of stuff like this. It's putting these guys out of business. It's putting them out of business. All right. And that is the thing. Not only that, but the books themselves are just full of this weird intersectional nonsense. It's all garbage. It's all SJWs. Comic books used to be a business. It's now some kind of weirdo cult where you have to ascribe to some sort of socio-political religion in order to belong. We have to beat this. We have to actually build something that's better and more sustainable than this. That's what Comicsgate is. And these people, these weirdos, these anti-Comicsgaters on Twitter and elsewhere, they know what we're doing and they're trying to stop us. Like their whole attitude is, we would rather let the comic book industry collapse entirely than relinquish control of it. We failed at trying to run it. And now you're trying to save it. We'd rather kill it than hand it to you. So fine, you can kill it, and we are going to build our own comic book method of distribution and production over here, away from you, that you can't harm and hurt. Now they see this, it drives them nuts. They attack us. Today, I started making I made a video that was weird. I made a video that was different. different than what I normally do. Normally I talk about Star Wars and pop culture, but today I made a video that pointed out how bad these SJW stalkers and harassers actually are at having any kind of real sustainable effect on what we're doing on Comicsgate. And this guy took a page from Cyberfrog. His name is SJW Spider-Man. I changed my name to Comicsgate Green Goblin. His name is SJW Spider-Man. And he went out and he took a page of Cyberfrog and he said, look at this, basically like this is what is passing for Comicsgate commercialism or mainstream comics and whatever it was that he said. I don't know. He was trying to diss my comic. What he did was he just promoted Cyberfrog to his 3,200 fans. There's 3,200 subscribers or followers or whatever it is on Twitter. And everyone loved it. So it was great, man. I've never seen anything like this. This was the best self-own I've ever seen on Twitter. You just promoted my comic book to people who didn't realize how good it was. And his entire response thread was just people's like, damn, this is great. Damn, this is awesome. I didn't know it looked like this. This is great. Made a video about it. It was worth making a video about. And that's the kind of, I think I'm going to do a little bit more content like that. I do think that, Jeremy is absolutely right. These people do need to be exposed and laughed at because they're very, very funny. They're doing this. Why are they doing this? What is the purpose of this?
Because misery.
Nothing else.
Yeah, misery loves company. They're trying to make everybody else as miserable as they are. They're parasites. I mean, that's all they are. And I can't, like, I look at some of the things that they say about me and to me, and again, it's nothing EVS hasn't dealt with for a long time, but it's amazing now. It's just they are opportunists. Like, they don't care about anything I say. They only care about what I say now because they has seen this 100K next to our channel, and that's symbolic that they can try to tear that down. And I mean, again, I'm not saying they didn't come after me before, but it just seems like it's intensified greatly now. And and that's fine. Come after me. I invite you to. Like, bring it, please. Because the more you talk about me, all that's going to happen, the more you're gonna say things about me, and then people with common sense are gonna go, "Who? Geeks and Gamers? Well, that sounds kind of interesting. Let me check that out. Oh, hey, this guy's kind of all right. I like what this guy's saying. Okay, cool. Like, so either if SJWs see what they're saying, I don't care about those people anyway. But there's eventually is going to see common sense people are going to see it. And it's going to be the same way people like Ben Shapiro have become so prominent, and Jordan Peterson and EVS and World Class and all these people. It's just because these people scream and cry about them so much. Like I said, I was never a fan of PewDiePie. Never cared about PewDiePie until the Wall Street Journal went after him and put out that absolute hit piece on him and twisted all of his videos to try to make him look like Hitler and a Nazi sympathizer. And I was just like, man, let me go check this guy out. And I watched him and I'm like,
that's funny.
He's got incredible common sense, and he's got his finger on the pulse of pop culture, but in a common sense way. And he's calling out the hypocrisy in Hollywood, and he's funny as hell. And I became a fan all because the hit job they're trying to put on the guy. So it never works. They always fail. And they don't care about any of this. All they do is they try to ruin something. Either they're successful at ruining it like they were Ghostbusters, and then they move on because they didn't go support Ghostbusters. They just wanted to ruin Ghostbusters. They didn't go support it financially, and they're not going to support Star Wars. Solo, there you go. That's your crowd, Disney. Continue to pander to these people. They don't support your business model. They're never going to support your business model, ever. And so it's fun. I'm having a blast with them coming after me. I really am. So I invite it. And next time they say anything, the wall got 10 feet taller. That's all I'm going to say. So
I'm excited about this. I'm working on a couple of video series. I intended my Star Wars, SJW Star Wars fandom sex scandal videos to just be a trilogy. They're going to keep going because a lot of great stuff. First of all, everyone's waiting for the Jason Ward video to drop. We're going to talk about that for a little while. Let's talk about the Jason Ward video.
Let's talk about it.
The Jason Ward video is a massive expose. I mean, it's a big deal. It's going to be 30 to 40 minutes long. It's going to be a long video. So I hope I can hold your attention that long. I did produce the trailer for it. So those of you who have seen the teaser trailer for the Jason Ward video, and it's almost a documentary at this point, are going to see the origin. One thing is, that I took an interview with him. I was on the phone with Jason Ward, taped interview, which you're going to hear, that lasted, I think, an hour and 20 minutes. It's a very cordial interview in which it was all fun and games until the last 20 minutes when I made him very, very, very uncomfortable. You're going to hear all of that. Now, what we learned from it, what we're going to learn from this documentary is the origin of quote unquote toxic fandom. You are going to learn exactly who is pulling his strings, what goes on, where the whole Rose Tico has been harassed off the internet meme came from. All of that stuff is going to come together in this 140-minute video. It is going to be absolutely, hopefully, sensational. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Now, it's going to wheel back around again to Brian Young and, of course, Bobby Roberts. And then also the incredibly strange treatment of John Kasdan over the Christmas holiday. That's going to have to be part of this as well, just to kind of expose who is the toxic fandom in Star Wars, who are the real problems, and why. Like, why are they like this? Why are they doing this? What does this all mean? It all kind of wraps together in a big bow. So I think it's going to be 5 videos total. It might be more than that. And the other thing that I'm doing is I'm starting another series, and I didn't know how angry this was going to make them. I had no idea how angry it was going to make them when I took the deep dive into the Star Wars shipping fandom community.
Whew.
God damn it. I have never... They went absolutely ballistic with my first video where I exposed, some things are happening in Star Wars that I think, unless you're actually following the story carefully, unless you're following the news cycle, unless you're reading all of these articles, watching the interviews, and piecing things together and building the timeline, these things go unnoticed. These things go unnoticed, and it takes someone like me, a documentarian, like myself, to actually pull all I'm like D.A. Pennybaker. I'm amazing. To pull these elements together and actually spin a narrative yarn for people to kind of get the story within 10, 15 minutes. So the story is this. There is a community, and everybody seems to know about this. Younger fandom seems to know about this. On Tumblr and everything. And what they do is, instead of actually paying attention to the Star Wars movies as they are, instead of wondering about what might happen in the next movie or what could have happened or what shouldn't have happened, they obsess over getting characters who aren't together and imagining and creating fiction about these characters having sex. Oftentimes, they take straight male characters and team them up together into some sort of homosexual relationships that just don't make any sense, and then they kind of obsess over it. They invite in very young kids, and I've gotten emails from people who feel I've gotten emails from teenagers, and then people who say they were involved in shipping 5 years ago when they were younger, who feel they have actually legit been victimized by the shipping community. The other thing that's interesting about the video that I made, which I called Star Pilot, go back and watch that. I basically just take apart this one section of shipping fandom that imagines Poe and Finn and their gay relationship together, which might actually happen. I saw some evidence. Were you guys able to watch that video I made?
I never picked up on that till I saw your video where they had the person walking between Poe and Finn, just like Han and I never picked up on that until I saw your video. I was like, wow, never picked up on that.
They've been hinting at it, and I don't know. So they are deliberately dog whistling. Thank you, feminists, for that word, dog whistling. They are deliberately dog whistling the shipping fandom audience that, hey, maybe we're going to do this. Maybe we're going to make that. Now, John Boyega, say what you will about John Boyega. He's clearly uncomfortable with this idea. He's like, look, I signed up. He said to the media, he said, no, we're not. Poe and Finn are not gay. That's all in this dude's head. All right, what's the guy? Oscar Isaacs. It's all in Oscar Isaacs' head. he's basically sexually harassing me on the set. They're not gay. They're just good buddies. They're just friends. And so because of that, the shipping community went full on after John Boyega. They denounced him as a homophobe, and then they pumped out all of this like homoerotic XXX rated fan art of John Boyega and as Finn having gay sex with Poe. Lots of it. And it was like really like, I mean, obviously it made him very, very, very uncomfortable. He has said over and over again that he's uncomfortable with this whole conversation. He's a Christian. He just doesn't want to talk about it. He doesn't want to. He said, he's like, I signed up to be in Star Wars. Why is this happening to me? Why is the internet full of pictures of me, doing that? That's weird, isn't it? Isn't that weird? Is that Star Wars?
No, and that's the thing they keep saying. It's when they criticize people like us that won't stop talking about it and being upset. They go,
It's a children's movie.
yeah. And then
I got a video on that coming out soon.
Yeah,
To shut
and then
these
they
people down permanently.
then they turn right back around and are obsessed with the sexual orientation of the characters that they claim are from a children's movie. The hypocrisy of these people is off the charts.
And they say to him, I mean, the answer to John Boyega is either shut your mouth about this and accept it, or we are going to humiliate you on the internet. That's what we're going to do. We're going to write even more stories. We're going to draw even more pictures. We're going to manipulate even more photographs until you learn to be quiet and just deal with this. And, it's a weird thing. I mean, it is a creepy kind of phenomenon that's going on in the shipping community. You want to talk about toxic Star Wars fandom. I said at the end of the video, like, did John Boyega realize when he took a role in Star Wars that this was going to be what happened to him? Would anybody think that? That's how bad it's gotten, man. That is the Star Wars community. That is the result of social justice warriors having invaded Star Wars. They've taken their mind off of just fantasy and fun and adventure, and they've focused on sex. It's just all sex. This property that they keep saying is for kids, their focus is entirely on sex. So it is odd. It is weird. The other video that I'm going to be making is going to be an expose on Kathleen Kennedy called The Horse Awakens. It is going to be... it's going to talk about her entire career and how she ended up ruining Star Wars. So The Horse Awakens is going to be, I think it's just going to be one video. It might be more than that. All right. So those are my plans for 2019. Subscribe to Comic Artist Pro Secrets if you haven't yet. And I hope you will enjoy all of those videos. Now, let me read some super chats and then we're going to talk about Han Solo. Okay. All right. So Logan Michael. Yes, my favorite Star Wars character. Logan Michael says, hat off, Jeremy. Take your hat off, Jeremy.
That is a very, very passionate divide within our channel where people are hat off or hat on. When I did my 24-hour live stream, I didn't have my hat off. I didn't have a hat on for most of it, and that caused quite the argument.
Yeah, well, I was happy to see that you have a normal head of hair. Now, people were speculating about your head.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's still kind of, I don't know. I'm just gonna let it grow, see what the fuck happens. I don't know.
You're gonna let your hair grow out?
I'm just gonna let my hair grow out. I'm not even gonna try to cut it now. So I went to the day before the live stream. I did go to the Cut and Corral. I don't know if that's what it was called, but that's what they called it in Napoleon Dynamite. But I went to a place, had a lady cut my hair. It's the first time I've had my hair cut, and I don't know when, because I always shave my head, with the clippers. And so I'm just gonna let it grow and see what happens. It's not gonna be here forever, so I might as well see what happens with it while I still have a healthy head of hair.
Well, it doesn't last, Jeremy.
Everybody was convinced I was bald, and I told them I wasn't. So, not yet.
Why would you wear a hat if you weren't bald?
I've always been a hat person, and that's another thing is that I don't know how I'm healthy, and I don't know how I have a healthy head of hair because of the way I eat and the fact that I've worn a hat my entire life. Yet I have a healthy head of hair. It's really weird. I have really good genes, I guess.
that perturbed sun says, I finally just listened to the Mundane Matt High Council from 5 months ago this morning, and I was rolling. Ironic that he was exposed mere days later.
He
That
was.
was like our golden period.
Yeah.
No, we're just at the beginning. There are going to be more golden periods, but yeah, ew. Mundane Matt was a pivotal moment. I remember I was in Alabama and I was on my phone when he doing the High Council from a car.
I thought you
No,
were
it was
in
in-
Chicago when that was going on.
Yeah. I was in a car, so my volume is. I was yelling at him on my phone.
No, I was saying I thought you were in Chicago. I didn't know you were in
Oh
Alabama.
no, Arkansas. I was in Arkansas. I
Okay.
was
Okay.
taking a meeting with Walmart. But yeah. Like that was a fantastic moment. Mundane Matt just started talking. Here's what happened if you guys missed this. Mundane Matt just worried about, I think, flagging popularity. I mean, I don't really know why he did this, but he decided to kind of come after us, specifically me. Did he come after either of you guys, really?
No, I'd had him on a live stream just a few weeks earlier, and I mean he was subtly kind of referencing me, but he didn't directly say anything about me because he and I had a conversation just a few weeks ago, but he definitely mentioned you. So
He used to watch my videos because we would call him a shill and always threaten to make a video about him constantly because I knew he was in the comments, but I never made it because I just wanted to fuck with him.
I would have loved for you to make a video. Your Mundane Matt video that doesn't exist, that's a sad thing.
I'll make it personally for you.
I wish you would. I mean, pretend that he didn't get exposed and just go at the way he used to be, because everybody now is dunking on him. But Mundane Matt had a little bit of gravitas at one point, as silly as that is. Like
Yeah, man,
Gamergate and everything. When he came after me, I was a little bit like, oh shit. Like, one thing that you don't want is you don't want a bigger channel to pick a fight with you. That is one thing that you want to avoid. You think it's going to go well for you. It's not going to go well for you, because even if that bigger channel were to tell their fans, don't do this, don't go after this guy, the fans aren't going to listen. And if somebody's got 100,000 subscribers and you've got 10,000 subscribers, your channel is going to get overrun by crazed fans of Jeremy. And that's what's going to happen. Now, Mundane Matt had like 160,000 subscribers, and I'm sitting there rolling around with 50,000, and he's picking a fight with me. And I'm like, I'm trying to get my channel moving. Why is this dickhead picking a fight with me? What I didn't know, and I think what we didn't know, was Matt was very desperate and depressed and very upset. And so he was just trying to find something to grab onto to talk about. And he decided to pick on the Star Wars community. He came on this channel, and Jeremy, what was your take on Mundane Matt? Like, how did you respond to him?
on that High Council?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'd had him. He went after me on Twitter about a month and a half prior. He tagged me on Twitter and he said something, and I just retweeted his tweet, and I basically was like, go to Social Blade and we'll see whose channel's doing well, Matt. And so anyway, he and I had a little back and forth there, and then we were live streaming. I was live streaming, he was live streaming, and my audience was telling me like, hey, bring Matt on. And he's live streaming. We're going to go over there and super chat him and tell him he needs to come on and talk to you. And I was like, bring him on. I don't care. So I brought him on the live stream, and we talked it all out. He apologized for coming after me, yada, yada, yada. And so that was it. And then when we brought him onto the High Council that night, like I said, it was about a month and a half removed from when I had him on my channel. And Matt was really nice to me, even like after the fact. He was really just complimentary after we got off the air. He was really nice to me. And so it's kind of shocking to me that he went there, even though I could tell he didn't say my name. He was referencing me indirectly, and he referenced you directly. Mm-hmm. And so he was basically just complaining about my titles, my thumbnails, and, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, on the High Council, and he's like, I just think you have a lot of potential, or blah, 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 and you can grow, but you need to do this. Matt, I think I know what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing. And so, so I was just sarcastically like, well, what does Mundane Matt want me to do? Like, tell me what's going to make you happy. How should I title my videos to make Mundane Matt happy? And he was just being vague about it. And then you went in on him. So, and then Jeff finished him off after.
Jeff's finishing move was so cordial.
It was. it was kind of like, all right, man. Well, just Jeff's like, blah 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 blah. All right, man. Well, we'll see you later. It just didn't even
No. We didn't say that. He said, I'm going to. You can let yourself out. I don't want to have anything to do with you, and I don't expect to see you again. So, do you have anything else to say before we never hear from you again? And it was just, and Jeff was like, okay, man, see ya. Opened the door and kicked him out. It was the funniest thing. Like that was the perfect. If you listen to that video now, I think that is the perfect illustration of the three of our personalities and how different we are from one another, but how well we kind of work together. Jeremy's take on Matt, my barking at Matt like a dog. And then Jeff's very cordial, kind of, okay, get the fuck out now. That whole thing. So funny. It was so perfect. So a few days later, Matt, ran into a wall. I mean, it was just utter doom.
And that's the greatest thing that's ever that Matt has ever brought is when was it Ethan Ralph was like, no, wait a minute, Matt, no. So good. It's so good.
I was like, how drunk were you, dude? And he was like, I was pretty messed up. But yeah, like I mean, and the thing is, like, after that appearance, like, Matt did what he does, which is to humbly apologize. I want to issue an apology to Ethan Van Sciver, blah blah blah. And, I want to issue Geeks and Gamers, Jeremy, and I want to, it's like, and then on to the next target, hopefully a softer target, and that was kind of, he was just looking for something to do. Once your channel starts to go down, like, people kind of they lose trust in you. You start to flail around a little bit. I say, we're seeing a couple of big name YouTubers do that right now.
Yeah, I mean, and the problem with Matt was that he, after that kill stream incident where he committed career suicide, he then avoided it for like the next 2 months, and his videos were getting mass downvoted like crazy, and he would not address it. He wouldn't say anything about it. He was just carrying on business as usual, and that was really it. I mean, at that point, it was like, man, this is bad. Anybody, like, I'm a confrontational person, whether that's me confronting another person, whether that's confronting a mistake I made, confronting a situation that needs to be resolved. I don't mind confronting things, and Matt is clearly not a confrontational person. And it's just weird that he wouldn't address the massive elephant in the room. I mean, he was getting like 3,000 and 4,000 downvotes to like 45 upvotes on all these videos. People are like, I just came here to downvote Matt's video. See you later. Like, it was
just check the comments every day.
Yeah.
The more stuff that gets exposed about him, though, the creepier like a character he becomes. It's like the Medicare is out there. First, let me just say, I'm a huge Medicare fan. That guy makes videos. That guy cuts to the quick of things like no one else on YouTube. That is something else. He's a fantastic YouTuber. So I tend to trust in Medicare and his assessment of things. But he's digging through Matt's past YouTube stuff, and it's just a portrait of a really, like, you wouldn't think that looking at him. I always thought Matt was just kind of a bland family man who probably isn't hip enough to be doing this. And it turns out that, yeah, he's got a kind of depraved and weird, sad past. Oh man, I don't even want to get into it in particular, but really, really crazy stuff. So the more like he went downhill, like the more stuff would come out about him, and it was knives and things. Like knives at churches. Let's put it that way. Just go check it out.
I've seen that one.
Yeah,
that was the weirdest one ever.
Why would you tell that? Why would you tell that story on YouTube, dude? Find something else to talk about. Why?
That's all he had, man.
Yeah.
That's why he's called Mundane Matt.
Yeah, you just come out and just ask for sympathy,
I typically, like I said, I don't typically listen to what the internet says about people. That's why when I brought Matt on, I had a slew of people like, no, don't bring Matt on. This will be bad for your channel. He'll be bad for. I was like, look, I I'll bring it. I'll talk to pretty much anybody. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. I'll make my own mind up. And again, Matt was really he's really good at convincing you that he's just I'm just an everyday guy, blah, blah, blah. He did a great job of convincing me of that during the stream and after the stream. And at that point, I'm like, okay, man, you're good. But then once that happened on the kill stream, man, I was
Did you see the kind of liar he is? Like,
yes.
Until he was exposed, he's like, guys, look, here's the facts. I was just out doing this. I don't know, man. I hear what you're saying, but it's just not like he's a very, very like diabolically good liar. And when his lies were exposed and he just fell down, like, have mercy. Boy. Like, that's the thing. I've never, honestly, I don't think I've ever met anyone like that. I've never heard somebody lie that convincingly who was exposed as a complete and total degenerate liar that fast. That was amazing. Mm-hmm. If you guys haven't seen that stream, go look it up. I mean,
it's all over. You can find several different uploads of it. So
yeah, Mundane Matt, exposed or something like that. You'll find it, and it is it's something else. So, AJ Journeyman says, hey, would you guys do a best High Council moments of 2018 video?
I think we just did.
Yeah, I know. We're talking about it now. My nominees are Mundane Matt Rebuked and EVS undresses the Alice doll.
Good one.
I forgot about that
one. I remember that one.
Were those both on my channel too? I think
Alice was for sure.
I definitely had Mundane Matt.
Yeah, it might have been. I never really get out of line. Like, I do things like undress an Alice doll or whatever, open toys, when it's not on my channel. I do it on other people's channels. I don't really do it on my own because I'm steering the ship. It's like you can't really goof off too much. But yeah, that would be fun. I would love to see a best of High Council moments. But honestly, I will say this: I'm volunteering at least my videos. I don't know how you guys feel about this. High Council stuff, as far as I'm concerned, is public domain after we do it. So if you guys want to go and mirror any of my High Council videos and then chop them up and use them for your own videos, do it. I mean, somebody else could go ahead and make a best of High Council moments video. I'd watch it.
I mean, yeah, it's I could say that, but a lot of mine are unlisted now. They'd be hard to find, but I would do my best to send anybody links if they reached out. So.
Yeah,
a lot of them, not all of mine. I mean, just in the past couple of months, though, the High Councils that are on my channel are unlisted.
Do you think we should come up with a way to archive them, like even yours, like I don't know, like an MP3 format or something?
Yeah, or podcast format or something.
I mean, I could take care of that. I just never wanted to do it.
You can take
videos.
You can take anything off my channel. That's fine. I don't care. I take the PewDiePie approach. PewDiePie is always talking about how he gets. His stuff gets ripped from his channel constantly and re-uploaded, and he's like, what kind of dick would I be if I'm copyright striking these people? Like, they're putting me out there and more people are finding out who I am. So it's anything that gets used. I mean, I guess there's certain restrictions or certain contexts that I would, like people are just taking full videos and uploading to their channel. I don't know. But if people just take High Council stuff, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay. So yeah, if anybody wants to go and make, I mean, some of you guys are really sharp editors out there and you want to make good High Council compilation videos, you 100% have our permission, and send us the link because I'd like to watch them.
One of my favorite moments was when I was first part of the High Council and I had to deal with EVS and Cecil fighting. And I'm like, I was like, it was kind of like back in the day when I first saw The Undertaker. I'm like, okay, is this real? Or
yes,
it was real. Is this
real? Cecil used to get on my nerves so bad, dude. And it was like already like Cecil was learning how to broadcast. Like, here's the thing, like now I love Cecil and we're friends. And not only that, but he's learned not to be annoying on a broadcast, on a live stream. But like he was really like looking for a lot of attention. So he would show up on live streams and just start clinking his ice in his glass. And you're sitting there trying to talk and you just hear noises in the background. And I'm like, I barely was Cecil. You're here as a guest and you're a big distraction. And I would just yell at him. Those have been animated and they are so funny. Somebody did nice animations of me yelling at Cecil and all of us as High Council cartoon members. Those as well should go on the High Council Moments 2018 video. Find
Oh
those.
yeah.
Yeah, I do. I remember that. I was like, I don't know what to do right now. This is awkward. I don't know. This is like when I was watching The Rock and John Cena a few years ago. I'm like, this is so good. It feels like it's legit. Like it feels like these guys hate each other. That's how I felt. So,
Yeah,
That
and then
was
he
it.
would say something like, "But Cecil is a meme machine." Like Cecil would say, "Ethan, I can hear your nose hair whistling." And the thing is, it's like he's supposed to be drunk, and that is like so memeable. And it would like from then on, it would be like, "Ethan, I hear your nose hair whistling." I'm like, "Damn it, Cecil's really good." Like it's like I'm gonna have to learn to love this guy because he's really actually sharp and good at YouTube and good at meming. So
Yep.
yeah. All right, so Brandon Moist, Moist Visions Incorporated says Brandon Moist is now Moist Visions Incorporated. New channel trailer uploaded. Pumped for the High Council in 2019. Lethal Lightning says EVS. Your thoughts on the voice of Jessica Cruz? I haven't heard it. I heard that there was a movie that she was going to feature in, but I gotta be honest with you, I just don't care because I don't own any of Jessica Cruz.
Who is that?
Jessica Cruz is a Latina Green Lantern that I created with Jeff Johns.
Oh, a couple years ago.
Yeah, like a couple years ago, 2015 probably.
I remember that.
Mm-hmm. And she's blown up. I mean, she's become a big deal. She's going to be in movies now. I did apply for ownership of Jessica Cruz at DC. So, but they said she's a Green Lantern. Like she is. Her other identity is Green Lantern. So we own Green Lantern, so we don't share Green Lantern. So here's some money, and they gave me like $5,000 and said go away. And I said, all right. That's just the way it is. That's better than nothing. But no, they.
I just love your reaction.
Yeah. It's just like no, because I would want a piece of Jessica Cruz. Absolutely, like that property is going to go places, but can't have it. So don't really care. I hope it's good. But sometimes when you create a character for DC or Marvel, you let go of it, and it just becomes like it was your baby, and then it's like. You put it out into the world at infancy, and then you meet it later as an adult, and you're like, all right, I don't, it is what it is. That's a creepy analogy. Is that a creepy analogy? Probably.
The worst.
Yeah, like if you had an infant and you literally booted it out of the house like a newborn, and then you met it later as an adult, and you were just like, whatever, that is really spooky. Like I shouldn't have said that.
That's negligent as shit.
Yeah. In any case, Symphony says, "All hail Captain Forehead, soy boy leader of Geeks and Gamers." Are you Captain Forehead?
I guess so. Everybody was shocked that I had a forehead, and they said I had a big forehead. Then they were shocked that I had hair. It was so many things. Somebody took a picture of me and put Holdo hair on me and dyed my hair purple for Holdo hair.
That sounds attractive.
Yeah, so the memes have gone crazy. There's so much right now. There's so many things. Star Wars for Life got a Geeks and Gamers Jeremy tattoo on her yesterday.
Really?
She got an actual Geeks and Gamers tattoo. Unbelievable. Jeremy for Life Geeks and Gamers is what it says, and it's got the logo on it. Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. So she's incredible.
Jeremy for life?
Yep.
Life imprisonment? Or
I can get behind that one.
Yeah, I'm for that. Megatron 95 says, "Good evening, High Council. Let's make 2019 great, and let's destroy the soy." Yeah, let's do that. Swing. Well, we're gonna get a big healthy dose of soy this year with all this Star Wars stuff. I mean, 2019 is the year that they're really going to try to get things on track again. They have all kinds of Star Wars stuff. It was just a few months ago that Bob Iger was like, "Yes, we're gonna slow things down. We hear you. It's too much too soon." Evidently not. Evidently not, Mr. Iger. Evidently, it's full speed ahead, powered by soy, into 2019. A lot of Star Wars stuff. We're going to be very, very busy watching this. Jeremy, can I hire some of your employees to watch some of the stuff that I don't want to watch and report back to me? I mean,
absolutely.
Right, thanks.
Send some my way too.
I don't.
We have plenty of resources. I don't
want to watch any of Andor Kassoyan at all. At all.
Yeah, that would require you pay for their streaming service.
I'm going to. I'm going to. Going to. It's a tax write-off. You know, it's.
That's true.
Oh God, how depressing! It really is
Life we've
depressing.
chosen for ourselves.
Yeah. Watch Star Wars.
Not even the good shit.
No.
It is.
Bad
It's gonna
stuff.
be. It's gonna be a weird year for Star Wars, man.
It could be the year
Episode-
that breaks it, seriously. I mean, I know we talk about The Last Jedi and Solo and stuff, but right now, it's like, if you double down like those people tend to do, average people are really pushing back against this shit because it's just bad.
Mhm.
And then if they go in the right direction, you're going to go, well, you neglected The Last Jedi, okay, and then maybe people don't like these new characters no matter what, so they're in a weird place. To me, it looks like they're trying to make as much money as possible, especially with the ticket hike and all that stuff going down. And then they're just going to cut their losses because look at all the biggest movies of the year at Disney Flicks. We got Toy Story, Frozen, Avengers, Captain Marvel, and Spider-Man. So, I mean,
Talk
we're gonna
about that
Disney's gonna
ticket
do
hike. What's up with that ticket hike?
25% increase at Disney World.
Incredible.
They do that every year, though. They
Yeah,
do
but
that. Well,
yeah, but
25% is high, though.
Yeah, I would say no. They've never done it before. People in my comments or the Facebook group for our channel, they're being nuts about it because they're like, "They've never done it this high."
Yeah,
And
that
I'm
is high.
Like, well, shit, I don't go to Disney at all anyway. So
Yeah, that is.
I
high.
do. I like it at Disney, and you know, I'll go back again probably.
I'm a
But-
Universal Studios kind of guy.
I'm
Oh,
I'm a big theme park fan, and so I'm a big fan of Disney. Everybody knows
We
that.
should all go to one together.
I mean, one thing
That should
is,
be a high council thing.
it really does. I mean, every year they do hike their prices for, and Universal does it too. But it doesn't matter. That place is so damn busy. It's not gonna affect anything. They have to. They could make it. They have to turn people away sometimes. The parks are so slammed. So
They did recently for New Year's.
yeah. So I mean, it's like I was there. I was there a few days ago. And it was the crowd count was a 5. I have an app. And it tells me what the crowd count is for the day. It was a 5. It was insanely busy, and it was only a crowd count of 5 out of 10. Still couldn't get on a ride. So but and I haven't been to Universal in a while, but I look forward to going back to Universal soon because I want to see what they've done with the Harry Potter world and everything like that.
It's good. You know, Universal's better. The thing about Disney is that their Fast Pass is too egalitarian. Like I want at Universal, it's like, hey, are you wealthy? You have a little money? All right, good. You don't have to wait with these bums. You can go. I like that idea better. That way, like honestly, if you go to Universal Studios and you have an extra $100, you can get a fast pass that lets you literally go to the pretty much the front of the line, and that's the way all of these theme parks should operate. And at Disney, they don't have that. You have to go to a little booth and schedule 3. You can go to the head of the line at 3 rides, and that's it. Just tell me how much it is, you idiots. You know what I mean? Like how much does it cost? Seriously, how much? You want $500? How much so that I don't have to be tormented in line, waiting for It's a Small World? You know, how long? I mean, sitting there for 2 hours waiting to get on the teacups. Enough. At some point, just tell me how much it is, and they don't even offer that.
I stood I stood in line a few months ago for Flight of Passage, which is that Avatar ride.
Mm-hmm.
Best ride I've ever ridden in any theme park. It's incredible. I mean, it's unbelievable. And it makes Avatar relevant, which is funny because I don't like the movie Avatar that much. But the Pandora theming at Disney World at Animal Kingdom it's on par with the Harry Potter theming at Universal. It's incredible. So, but yeah, the lines. I know how to manipulate it. You know, I'm not going to say here on the internet how to do it, but I'll tell you guys afterwards. Yeah. So.
Oh, good. I want to hear. 1,600 people watching now. High Council 2019 premiere. We love you. Just take a minute to say love you guys. Thank you for all the support. Thanks for building this show into what it is, this weekly event. We're going to keep doing it. We're not going to stop. We're going to commit through 2019 unless we have a Beatle-esque breakup. Will there be a Yoko Ono that comes between us?
Beatles broke up at Disney World too.
Oh my God. Did they really?
At the Polynesian.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, yeah, we do love you guys, even though you're calling us gay. All right, let's see. Swinging Cod says, Jeremy, you better not be wearing your hat. EVS, discuss SJW Spider fail. Jeff, restart GMPC. We can accept a delay on saving solo.
I've been getting a page done a day, and I'm having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm into it. Me too. I mean, to be honest with you, like last year was such last year was such a crazy year that I don't know. I didn't have my bearings. Like now I'm sitting down at my desk and I'm super focused, and I feel like I'm actually angry at other people's comics at how bad they are. I mean, a box of stuff came and we went through it, and it's just, yeah, this industry should probably knock it off at this point. You know, people have to put more time and energy into their work. So I'm angry about it. I'm going to do great comics this year. I'm going to do Cyberfrog Blood Honey's going to come out. We're going to do Rainbow Brute. That's going to come out. And then we're going to also crowdfund for Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet. It's just man, I'm so motivated and creatively hyped. Discuss SJW Spider Fail. I think I did. Go watch that video. It's up there now. It's my newest video if you want to hear about SJW Spider Fail. It's called I Never Make Videos Like This, but look at this SJW stalker trying to dunk on Cyberfrog Blood Honey. I'm starting with these longer kind of Andy Warholian titles now. You know, I just think that's more postmodern. Wow, 10,500 views on a video about Comicsgate. That's exciting.
Nice.
Yeah. TLJ Screwjob says, any chance of the notorious PIE and J Cash being on the World Class Bullshitters rap album? Also, Jeff only has 77,000 subs while Jeremy has 100K. But who has the 1 million plus view bit?
Soon to be two.
Really?
We got another one at 939. So I mean,
two. I thought you meant 2 million. So
I
thought
no,
you already had that second one. I thought you had the second one that crossed 1 million views.
Nah, not yet. Doing the morning show, kind of. By the way, I'm at 78,000. Everyone keeps saying 77. We grew 1,000 over a week when I was away in Michigan. So,
nice.
No morning show, new subscribers. It's the algorithm problem. But as soon as I get the comic done, Good Morning Pop Culture has its own channel. So go back and watch those old videos, help that channel get monetized, and then you'll never have a gap in that show again.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna things are gonna change a little bit, I guess, this year. By the way, I gave up pie. I've been eating healthy. I don't make a big deal out of it because I don't want attention. But like, I started that New Year's cliche diet and dropped 12 pounds. I mean, that's easy stuff to come off. But I've been eating really, really well and carefully. No more pie. And by the way, because I was talking to my wife about this. She's like, "How do you feel?" I'm like, "My head isn't clogged with pie. Like, it's a whole different feeling. I feel rather sharp." Like when you're doing nothing but like mainlining pie, like I was doing, it does kind of cloud my head was thick and meaty and stupid. And I was just like tired and didn't know what I was talking about. Now I feel razor sharp, and that's all thanks to a lack of pie in my diet. So Joe Owensby says, Uncle E, is 2019 going to be the year of Tico? Hell yes, it will. Can't wait to see what 2019 holds for the High Council. Star Wars Celebration will be great. I mean, some people in the chat are like, I'm depressed about Star Wars. I'm not going to go to Star Wars Celebration. No. Go to Star Wars Celebration to see us, because we're going to be there and we want to meet you guys. And we want to drink with you. And I think I will probably break my pie fast or something. We'll have a party. I'll order some kind of fun food. And then everybody can come and just hang out, man. We'll get a bar. We'll go to an Irish bar or something like that. What do they have in Chicago? Do they have Irish people in Chicago?
No, none. Right? Zero.
I don't know. I think they're all in New York. But anyways, maybe they do. And we'll go to an Irish pub. We'll order a bunch of fun stuff. We'll drink. People are asking me like, hey, can I bring you things to autograph? Of course, bring things for all of us to autograph. Happy to do that. I'll carry a little Sharpie with me. And we just want to meet you guys, and we want you to be able to meet us. So do plan to come to Star Wars Celebration. Attraction Central says, Jeremy, what happened to Bama? Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Got our ass beat last night. It's that simple. It was bad. It was ugly.
People were saying you weren't going to want to be here.
No, no, I didn't take the loss that bad. I was actually I like Clemson. I like Dabo Sweeney, and I like the fact that after the game he thanked. And I'm not going like religious because I'm not a super religious person per se, but I love the fact that he thanked God and he said specifically that Hollywood couldn't write a script like this. The only way this was possible was because God made it possible, and I could feel the mainstream media cringing. And ESPN actually chopped that part out of the clip that they posted online. And I even posted on my Twitter, because I was like, can you imagine the mainstream media, how angry they are at him right now because they can't stand for anybody to have any belief that is not what they want them to believe. But yeah, it is what it is. Dabo Swinney graduated from Alabama. He was on the 1992 national championship team. So we got our ass beat. That's simple. So.
Well, I'm glad that you're taking it in stride, your utter humiliation and defeat. I'm glad that's not bothering you.
When you have the amount of NPCs crying on Twitter about me that you have, very little is gonna make me feel bad. So I mean, their tears are my happiness. So.
Thick skin at this point. Thick skin.
Yes, very much so.
Becky Lynch's boyfriend says Kylo is the son of Soylo. Rey is a Mary Sue and Jyn Erso too. Ethan, Mr. Crapper, and the man who says so are here with the dough. Okay. Riv,
yeah, but Jyn Erso died, so.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. There's no. Well, you know what? Some people. I saw somebody actually speculating about a Jyn Erso appearance in Star Wars 9. I was like, no.
That is the dumbest thing we've heard all night.
Wow. I looked at it and I said,
get to the other one.
Yeah. Riv Antares says, I just saw this on Reddit, but Lionsgate wants to copyright strike YouTubers who criticize their movies. First Blizzard with games, and now movie studios. What the F?
That ain't going to end well for them.
Nope.
Don't
you guys have phones? Oh my gosh, the amount of cringe that comes out of these companies, these studios, is off the charts. But yeah, please continue to go down that road for us.
Why would they? How can you copyright strike someone for criticizing unless you show? I don't know. Unless you show a lot of too much stuff. I don't know how you do that. If I just want to talk about a movie, I don't see how I can get copy. Although Warner Brothers gave me a copyright strike one time for showing an image from Smallville, just a flat image. Yeah, copyright strike. I was just like, ooh, I'm gonna have to appeal this, and they took it. They took it back right away. But yeah, that like they are out there wilding. These people, they don't like criticism.
Nope.
That's the dangerous part of our job. People don't respect it. We're out there. Who's that Australian alligator guy that died?
Steve Irwin.
Yeah, we're like Steve Irwin, and there are a lot of manta rays coming at us. You know what I mean? Like it's dangerous. Dangerous job. Riv Antares says, I just saw this on Reddit. Oh, I just read that one. Jason Green says, happy 2009 High Council. If you ever make your way to Texas, I'll take you to Longhorn Steakhouse. No budget on what you want to eat. Chocolate Stampede is to die for. Keep up the high tea. That's my kind of guy, man.
I'm having 3 porterhouse steaks.
I've passed through Texas twice in the past couple months. I might be doing it again. So let me know what part.
Yeah. TLJ Screwjob says, any chance of MOS watch party on the council? What's MOS? What am I missing?
Man of Steel.
Oh, Man of Steel?
Garbage. You mean that garbage movie? I'm fixing to make everybody mad in the chat right now, and I don't care. I hate that movie.
There are shittier Superman films.
I disagree. That was not a Superman.
Superman Returns is garbage.
Superman Returns actually has Superman in it, and not a guy who stands there and watches his dad die.
Superman Returns is a love letter to a Richard Donner movie, but it's poorly made by Bryan Singer.
Oh no, it's not a good movie. Superman Returns is not good, but at least it has Superman in it. That's the difference between Man of Steel.
There are good Superman movies, and then Superman 3, The Guilty Pleasure.
Superman Returns is not Superman. Okay, I mean, it might look like him in a way, but it isn't him. What do you mean he had an illegitimate child with Lois Lane? What do you mean Lois Lane had a boy, a son with Superman, and Superman flew off to find the remnants of a planet that exploded that he's from that he never knew, that he abandoned his child for 5 years to go off on some sort of navel-gazing quest for nothing, for no good reason. In the meantime, Lois Lane moves on. and Superman stalks and harasses his own family. What do you mean by that? Superman's son grows up and throws pianos at people, killing them. It's not Superman.
He's more Superman than Man of Steel Superman.
Bryan Singer, #time's up. That's right.
But I'll even take Quest for Peace over Man of Steel because it has Christopher Reeve in it.
Me too. No, I honestly,
I guess so. On that
Reeve,
one.
look, you can think Quest for Peace is bad, and it is bad, but Reeve as Clark and Superman, he carries that movie because he's so brilliant in the role. He's incredible.
he is
And-
It is,
Superman.
but the rest of the movie's dog shit.
Oh, it
dude.
is. It is. It really is.
The effects are crappier than a film that came out 10 years prior.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm not saying those are great movies by any means. The 3 and 4, but at least it's Superman.
By the way, isn't it weird that Kevin Spacey is in a Bryan Singer movie about Superman? Did you put that together? Did you see? I mean,
on the wall.
yeah, there's a little Pizzagate everywhere you look. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of Pizzagate.
Yep.
But in any case, Superman Quest for Peace has its moments, and Christopher Reeve is always charming. You know what it is? There are just pieces of it that you can take out that are just diamonds. It's diamonds within dog crap, and you know the diamonds are there though. So
Like John Cryer.
yeah.
The funny thing is, there's a bunch of deleted scenes to that movie that make it a lot better.
Really? I haven't
Yeah,
seen
there's
those.
alternate. There's another fight with a different nuclear man. There's all kinds of stuff.
Let's check. Are they on YouTube?
Yeah, check out the Oliver Harper channel. They do.
Okay.
They talk about like where the movie was filmed too, because to save money. Okay, so that movie was made by Canon Films, and they had like a bigger budget for it. But then they decided to take that money and funnel it into the He-Man movie, which kind of flopped. So Superman Quest for Peace. That's why it looks like shit. It originally had a bigger budget, but then all the money went to He-Man. So it's an interesting story why the movie is the way it is.
Okay.
Terrible decisions all around. John Cryer never was a soy boy, a proto soy boy, ever more aptly named. John Cryer as Ducky in Pretty for Pink, Pretty in Pink.
I like
I've
Pretty
never-
for Pink better.
Copyright EVS. I might use that. Pretty in Pink. I've never wanted to beat anyone up before that I've ever seen him. What an a-hole. Ducky was a soy boy in the 80s. Like they existed in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like he didn't have the soy beard. He didn't look like a bearded egg, or he didn't look like a Will Wheaton clone yet. But he would have if that movie took place in 30 years. Like he sitting there pining. Here's what soy boys do. I swear to God, I'm going to go off on a tangent here. You disgusting gamma male scumbags. Not you guys. I'm talking to soy boys. Okay.
We understand.
We
Okay.
understand.
You idiots. If you the way to get a girl is not to feign friendship with her and become her girlfriend. That is not the way to get a woman in your life. That is not what you do. And all of these guys do that. They feign. This is why they're sexual predators. This is why these soy boys, these weirdos, this is why you need to call the police on them. Ladies, if you're listening, if he wants to be your friend and you sense that maybe he's interested in a little something, but he wants to run from him. He's going to kill your family. I talked to one dude and this is how you can't approach women that way. You have to understand that they're not stupid. You can't trick them. If you are interested in dating a girl, you have to make that clear right away. The idea of pretending they're your friend or you're their friend, lying around on their beds with them, like in their room, looking through their record album collection with you know what I'm talking about when you're lying on your belly and your knees are bent backwards and your feet are crossed and talking about, oh girl, blah, blah. Now, if that's what you're doing and your intention is eventually to date this girl, like you're a monster beyond belief, because she's going to feel incredibly betrayed by how you pretended to be her gay friend. And it turns out that you were always a degenerate soy boy scumbag predator the whole time. Male feminists, run from these people. Ducky, that was who he was in that movie. That was who he was. He pretended to be her friend, but really he obsessed over her. He wanted to date her. He wanted to make disgusting love to her. Scumbag. All right,
You know,
thank
originally in the end of the movie, they end up together, but the test audiences hated it.
Oh, really? Yeah, of course they couldn't
Yeah.
end up together. James Spader was me in that movie. I see James Spader. He's like, you're kind of a
Killer
bitch.
Robot?
James Spader and well, a killer robot, but was he a killer robot? James Spader.
He was Ultron.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Mhm.
But he was me in that movie. I even had his hair in the 80s. That guy was awesome.
You got to post a picture to Twitter of that.
Yeah. I would have liked it better if she ended up with James Spader in that movie.
I don't like Molly Ringwald that much, but that's a topic for another time.
Well, I don't like her either, but I'm just saying that guy was an alpha male, and the other guy was Ducky, of course, was an omega male. Just like, my God, like you wouldn't even invite him to a party. You don't even think he's real, like he really exists. And then you've got the other guy. Who's the other guy? Andy. What's his face?
Andrew McCarthy.
Yeah, Andrew McCarthy. I guess. You know what I mean? Beta. So alpha, beta, omega. Those were her choices, and she went with beta, and I guess that's better than Ducky. I'll think about that movie a little bit more another time. Mark C says, Ethan, I think Anna, that Star Wars girl, may be headed into a legal issue. Please check your DMs and look for the thing head. Okay. Jägerbomb says, did you all hear that the PC babies got the last night's funding canceled? Irony, when a game was warning us about what already is a PC Inquisition. I don't know what last night is.
I saw the Quarterings video, title card, but I never watched it. Did you guys, or did you, Jeremy?
I didn't see it.
Should we find out what's up with Anna, or is that none of everybody's business? Do you know what it is?
I don't know what's going on.
Do we need to do that? I mean, you can't. You send super chats like that, and then everybody's concerned. Yeah, everybody in the audience is a little bit worried about it now. So let me just check real quick here. Okay. You want to know what it is?
Yep.
All right. Anna has done a beautiful painting of Darth Maul and is looking to make and sell prints of the piece. It's my understanding that you are fine selling the original art, but selling prints of licensed character will get you into trouble. Just want to keep her out of trouble.
Never mind.
She's aware of all that, so she's good, right? I mean, as long as it's EVS, so you can say it.
All right. Well, I mean, what do you mean as long as?
Well, I'm saying like she should be legally okay to do that, right?
Well, no, I mean not really, but as long as nobody comes after her, as long as it's very subtle. When we used to go to conventions, we would make prints of Batman drawings and stuff that we would do, and DC and Marvel kind of look the other way because they're just like, let these guys make a couple bucks and we'll just pretend we don't see it, and that was convention culture for a long time. But if they don't like you, they will stop you from doing that. But it's not legal trouble. They'll send you a little note that says cease and desist. They're not going to sue her and destroy her life. They'll just tell her to stop doing it.
Right.
So,
she's aware of all that. So
okay. Jägerbomb said, okay, so we said that. TLJ Screwjob says, whatever Clemson's motto is, # not roll tide. Kevithar 1138 says, EVS, maybe they are reading between the lines and looking for subtext because that is the only way to use their liberal art degrees. Want fries with that? Yeah, indeed. Becky Lynch's boyfriend says, Becky is so sexy. Wish she was my bestie. Vince McMahon blows more than a fan because he has a fetus for Roman.
Jesus.
Yeah. David the Foreign gives me $1. Thank you. Stripper named Trixie. Hi. Says my New Year's resolution: always lick the thumbs up button. Hail Caesar, Pie King. Thank you so much, Trixie. Yeah. I don't know what this wrestling talk is.
You're not missing out. Wrestling's kind of dog shit right now.
It's pretty bad right now. So you are not. Consider yourself lucky that you don't know any of it.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Mean Gene Okerlund. But other than that,
TLJ Russian Bot says, EVS, where's that Jason Ward video? Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Believe it. Ben Parker says, Jeff, any thoughts yet on sequels like snubbing Skywalker or seancing Leia? Oh,
I mean, you guys got to read Stealing Solo first, but I have a bunch of ideas for comics. I mean, realistically, if we can keep the success of this rolling, I got books that could probably go on for at least 10 years. Seriously, and that's not exaggeration. I have a sketchbook where I just write down ideas, and then, I can flesh them out. I had a comic book that wouldn't fly with a lot of people, but I decided to table that. Maybe I'll give that away for free down the road.
Oh, that's nice of you. Okay. TLJ Screwjob says, Jeff, make sure World Class Bullshitters doesn't meet NASCAR Jeremy. Have you met NASCAR?
I don't like racing, so we're safe.
We're good.
Preach on EVS says TK. Spidey Flash says, hey, Jeremy, remember the Ahsoka project I mentioned in August? Well, it will be officially done January 12th. When will your next live stream be after that?
I honestly don't know. No, I mean my January is a crazy month for me. So my live streams are hit or miss all month. So I really don't know. I don't have anything planned. I won't be live for several days after this. So I really don't know.
Yeah. Okay, Walking Tin Can. Green Adrenaline 64505 says, hey, EVS, start a PO box so I can send you something awesome. Jeff got his CD and Jeremy his ornament. Your move. I will. I'm going to start a PO box because, and I will make video live streams of me opening the stuff so I can thank you and so that the police have evidence.
I didn't get to tell you about mine, did I?
No.
It was 3 hours long of stuff I got from the PO box around Christmas. That was the last thing we did on the channel last year.
Wow.
Did you get good things?
Dude, I got nothing but good things. I got a fucking giant Sentinel action figure, a Nintendo 64, all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
I want cool stuff. So if I open a PO box, people might send me cool stuff.
You'll probably get pies in the mail, but
pies. Oh, I know.
Because if it's too big for the PO box, they put a little sticker, and then you take it up to the front, and they'll give it to you. Like my post office hates me personally because they have to hold on. They had to hold on to these giant boxes.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Well, I love my subscribers. Thank you guys. I will do that. In fact, I will do it tomorrow. I got to the post office yesterday and started shipping some stuff out. So I'm going to I'm going back to the post office tomorrow. I will do that. Thank you so much for that idea. Walking Tin Can says, what are your all's thoughts on how Disney has handled Star Wars in the video game space? I think giving EA exclusivity rights, a company infamous for its mishandling of IP, was a mistake from the get-go.
It's indicative of everything. I mean, they always go for the biggest thing. It's like the Hasbro situation's really changing. We'll talk about that later. But they did go for the big money. Like, okay, it's like The Force Awakens. It's not original. It's not creative. It's a rehash. The game Battlefield or Battlefront 1 and 2, it's just a rehash. It's a skinned other game. So I'm not surprised they did it, but you would think that Star Wars would at least have one good creative front, but they've chosen not to. They should just put out Rogue Squadron 4, and they could shut up a lot of people. Or a Knights of the Old Republic sequel or some crap like that.
Well, yeah, my stance on it is because unlike the SJWs and NPCs, I actually can be objective, even though I do like the new Battlefront games. They're not good, and they haven't been good for Star Wars. I enjoy the multiplayer aspect of them. The first one didn't have a campaign, which was very disappointing. The second one had a campaign that was still disappointing. But I do enjoy the online multiplayer aspect of it. I think the game is gorgeous. I think it's very authentic to Star Wars, and I very much enjoy playing the Battlefront games. But they have that. It's where we 2012 is when Disney bought. Now we're 2019, and we still haven't gotten a good Star Wars game with any kind of relevance or storyline yet. This is a disaster. You know what I mean?
Everything's been like that, though, with them. Everything.
Yeah. And I am looking forward to Respawn's Star Wars game coming out, Fallen Order, because I love Respawn and I love Titanfall 1 and 2. Those are some of my favorite games of the generation. So I am looking forward to that game, and I do trust Respawn to give us a really good game in terms of gameplay, but I don't know if it's going to be worthy of anything in story-wise. But gameplay, I think it's going to be phenomenal.
What about the Lucasfilm mandates?
What do you mean?
Well, the story that they had was very shitty for Battlefront 2.
Yeah, it was.
Fighter pilot and stuff. That all just felt really forced.
Oh no, I mean it was the whole thing with Iden was very disjointed, and and it just didn't flow good at all. It didn't, and we all knew where that was going to go. We knew she was ultimately going to, flip sides. We all knew that was going to happen because you can't have a wham and be bad, and but yeah, I mean, it depends on what Lucasfilm's going to do and what type of story they're going to allow them to tell. But as far as the gameplay goes, I'm really excited for Fallen Order. Really excited. Speaking of P.O. Box, let me show you guys this. This I got in my P.O. Box.
Luke's lightsaber.
It's not Luke's, but it's I think this is Ultra Sabers.
Oh,
Look
okay.
at that. Look at that. I mean, this thing is beautiful. When I opened it up, all I saw was this long box, and I saw this, and I'm like, oh shit, it's finally a bomb. I'm done, because I saw the top of it. And but yeah, this was amazing, and I've gotten a lot of cool stuff on the P.O. Box, and so I just wanted to show that one off real quick.
That's beautiful. You guys are lucky.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Send me stuff. I will get nothing but pies, and they'll all be smashed up, and I'll be like, oh, what the hell? I'll do it anyway. I want to do it. I think that sounds like fun. All right, so Simple Jeremy says, swig a real chocolate milk for the working man.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right, it looks like so. Oh, everybody's so upset. Hat on. So, do I need to give the hat off crowd something too? Is that what I have to do?
Maybe
do I have
so.
to please? Do I have to please the hat off crowd? Are you guys ready? All right, here we go. Are you guys ready? Oh, there it is.
Put it back on.
Look at there. Look at all that fucking hair that you guys claim isn't real. Look at that. It's real.
All right.
It's real. All right. There you go. Done.
He's got a little boy hair.
So
he looks like a little kid.
yeah, look at him. Hat off. Pants off too. Okay, this has gone too weird. All right, I'm done. No more camera.
That's what you get with 100,000 subscribers, dude. You welcome this. Ethan, you and I are safe for the time being.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Oh boy.
I feel like you'd oblige them though.
To take my pants off?
Yeah.
I burned my pants once for them. There's nothing I wouldn't do for these people. They're good to me. So
They're good to all of us.
Yeah, they are. SSB candidate says, nice to see you guys. Please rewind also returned today, but seems to go through bad times. Could you please invite him back to the show alongside Doomcock? I don't know. Please rewind. I don't know that guy.
Yeah, that's you. Please rewind. Didn't you have him on, Jeff?
I did.
Yeah, Pat. He was on. Were you were here that week? EVS.
Oh, maybe so. Maybe I was.
I got a surprise planned for when I host the council next, so I just gotta finalize it. But we got something cool happening.
I don't really feel look, guys. I just want to let you know. I see you guys objectifying me in the comments, and I just want you to know that's really hurtful. Okay, it's really hurtful to be objectified as a straight white male. I need you to look beyond. There's a lot of inner beauty that is going on here, and I'm not a piece of meat. I've been dealing with this for a while now, being objectified for my looks, and it's now time that you look beyond the beauty. Okay, look beyond the beauty.
Is there something else, Jeremy? I mean,
it's just really troubling. It's really troubling when you get objectified like this. I know that we have 100,000 subscribers because of my looks, but let's get past this, guys. There's a lot of intellect here. Okay.
All right. Well, they want us to turn on cameras. Are we turning on cameras?
I'm not as pretty as I was 5 minutes ago. So.
Oh my god!
I'm not, because my office isn't clean. So
my office isn't clean either. Ava's been through here. It's my kid. She totally destroys all my Star Wars toys. People said, Ethan, why are you throwing your Star Wars toys away? You should just let your kids play with them. And I went, all right, that's a good point. You should see what she does to them. She just jumps on them. She just puts them in a pile and just like dances on them. So it is odd. All right, so let me read some more of these. We won't do a face reveal. We won't do it.
I just love how there's videos of all the guys on my channel, like all over, and everyone's like, what do you guys look like? I'm like, we're in the damn icon, but whatever.
Yeah. That is what you look like, literally. So
yeah.
A lot of people loving on Jeremy.
Very disturbing.
Objectifying him.
Yeah, it's very.
Don't go Hollywood, Jeremy.
That's inevitable. That's inevitable. Indiana
So
Jeremy.
for the NWO, are you Hulk Hogan? I'd be what, Kevin Nash and Ethan Scott Hall.
I don't, I always thought Nash was the coolest, so I always wanted to be Nash. But Hollywood Hogan was pretty awesome. So
I mean, I'll
take
trade you. I
Hollywood,
like
so.
Hulk Hogan.
But you're the tallest. You're the tallest, so you
Yeah.
have to be Nash. I'll take
That's what I
Hollywood
was going for.
because I want to play the air guitar. So yeah. I want to. Yeah, I'm good being Hollywood Hogan. Plus, I'm kind of growing out my my facial hair, so I'm gonna go for the Hogan look, and I'm gonna dye it really like just the mustache part. I'm gonna dye that blonde. And yeah, I'm going for that.
I feel
look.
like if you grow a handlebar mustache, people are going to Photoshop you into the Village People. So you might want to be extra careful, dude.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Sally Toy says EVS is lost.
Yeah, I have no idea what they're talking about, but I'm just like, all right.
We'll teach you in Chicago.
Yeah, I got to learn about wrestling. I'll get into it. I'll get into wrestling. All right. Armchair
old
Warlord.
school. It has to be old school wrestling.
Old school, not the new.
Oh,
Has
no.
wrestling been taken over by social justice warriors too?
No, it's
Yeah,
not social
definitely.
justice. Well, it's not so much social justice as much as it's pandering to the board of trustees now that they have. Vince
Wrestling
McMahon
fans are pussies nowadays, dude. They did that story angle about what's her name's dad, Natty Neidhart's dad. They were like, "That's too far. That's offensive." Like, what the? That's the kind of society that we have nowadays. Wrestling can never be cool.
No, it's done.
Johnny in Cleveland says, I need to send Ethan a Luchador mask. I have one. It's right over there. Sometimes I wear it like down here. Okay. Let's see. Armchair Warlord says that is the meanest thing I've ever heard online. I'm not sure what that refers to. Arturo77 says, Ethan, going for the Rainbow Bright license. No, I don't think it's up for grabs. Just because Dynamite canceled their Rainbow Bright series doesn't mean Rainbow Bright is available. They still own it, I believe. And will they do another series? I don't know. But I did take a meeting with Dynamite Comics when they got the license, and I pitched them my Rainbow Bright, and they were, of course, in awe of it. But Hallmark thought it was too radical. Of course, it was. How they must feel silly now. Hallmark, I could make Rainbow Bright sell better than Spider-Man. I really could. I mean, I could take that. I could ram a little testosterone into Rainbow Bright, make it into Game of Thrones over the rainbow, make it a little more gender inclusive so that there's a lot of men in it, like Rainbow Brute, my girthy stallion. It would have been badass. But no, okay, I guess I'll just have to show you that with my upcoming parody series, Rainbow Brute. We will see. Sentient Root Beer says, swig of water for the High Council. Comic Book Bob says, Ethan Pie ship equals Ethan or Van Piver, SJW Fangirl Squee. Coconut Jeff says, just found out I'll turn into milk if I'm not sold within 7 days. Will the Jason Ward video come out before then? I need this. Anything. All right. So that's you know what? I will commit to that. I'll get the Jason Ward video out within 7 days. All right. I'm going to do it. I can do it.
You sound like Star-Lord in Infinity War. All right. I'm going to commit. I'm going to get Bowflex.
I love that movie so much.
I do too.
Yeah.
I got people were really like, I did a live during my 24-hour live stream, and I said a lot of shit during the 24-hour live stream I don't remember, by the way, so I do have that as an excuse because I literally fell asleep on camera at one point. But I did tell people, like, I put Infinity War as an all-timer. I put it up there. Like, I mean, time will tell if it's on the level of Empire and Dark Knight, but it's in that discussion for me. It's not better than Empire or the Dark Knight, but it's in that realm of greatness, regardless of what happens with Captain Marvel and all that. Regardless of all that, it's not going to affect how that movie impacted me and how, again, I was really kind of down on the MCU up to that point, and that movie blew me away.
I'm watching Thor Ragnarok right now. This movie sucks.
Yeah, Ragnarok. I haven't seen any MCU movies since Infinity War because I've watched Infinity War so many times, but I would like to go back and watch some MCU movies with the context of Infinity War to see if they give me a better appreciation.
Dude, in my opinion, the first Avengers still holds up incredibly well. Not Age of Ultron.
I am different. I don't think the first Avengers holds up as well. And now, don't do me wrong. I loved the Avengers the first time I saw it, and it's one of my favorite moments I've ever had watching a movie opening night. But
Here.
when I watched it multiple times, again, I'm not saying it's a bad movie because it's clearly a great movie, but it didn't really have a lot of depth for me. I actually prefer Age of Ultron slightly, but they're both middle of the pack for me on my MCU list.
Spider-Man Homecoming's at the bottom for me. I know that's an odd discussion to have right now, but I don't like that movie, man.
I liked it when I saw it the first time, and then I kind of was like, it's kind of like when you go eat at a restaurant and the food was really good, but then as soon as you walk out, you're like, oh my God, I feel like shit. You know, that's kind of how Spider-Man Homecoming was for me. Like, the more I thought about it, I was like, this movie sucks.
It was just kind of an Applebee's of a movie. I liked it. I think I liked it. I don't know. Well,
I like Tom Holland. Tom Holland was good as Spider-Man, but the story
He's
around
fine.
him, so I didn't like
I was drinking a lot when I was watching that movie. I mean, I was having a good time. So I don't. The whole experience was nice, but I don't know if the movie was good.
Toby is still my Spider-Man, though. Toby
Hey,
is
we
still my
finally agree
Spider-Man.
on something.
Yes, Toby is still my Spider-Man. Love Toby.
All right. High Council, a much needed gathering in 2019, says the Rookie Critic. George Alexopoulos says, Uncle E, I was honored to come on the show last week to talk about my recent Reddit drama. May I promote my comic Problomatic? I'm raising $5,000 on Indiegogo to print it. My Twitter is gprime85. Gprime85. Yeah, you may promote your comic. Chihuahua Jeremy says, Borkus bark bark, Alabama sucks. Borkus bark bark bark.
Hey, to that dude that wanted to promote his book, if you add us on Twitter, I'll look at it. I'll get a copy of it.
Yeah. He's George Alexopoulos is interesting. He had the #1 Reddit comic, and the SJW swarmed him because they found out that he followed Jordan Peterson. So he immediately became Comicsgate. I mean, that's what happens. Once you actually meet these SJWs and you realize, and it'll happen to all, like, it's going to happen to everyone eventually. You can be an SJW. You're not safe from SJWs. They will swarm you and decide to ruin your life if in any way you get in the way of their narrative. And George Alexopoulos got in the way of their narrative. He was a talented guy who was winning favor and liked Jordan Peterson. So they tried to ruin his life. That's when you find Comicsgate. Grand Inquisitor said Jeff versus Mundane Matt equals flawless victory. The Rookie Critic, it was funny. EVS running over Mundane Matt while he chucks boulders.
And by the way, Rookie Critic, shout out to Rookie Critic and the Sith Kryptonian. Great guys, and they came on that 24-hour live stream and were with me for a long time, all the way to the end, just to help, just because I was struggling to finish that live stream, and those guys stuck with me the whole time. So shout out to both of those guys.
Hell yeah. Hello, brother. I am the Holy One. Give me pies, says Thanos EVS. PE says EVS dunking on Mundane Matt, but is friends with another backstabbing attention seeker, Ian Chung, hypocrite much.
Who is that?
Ian Chung, ICM. What is his last name? Ian is sometimes things leave my head. It's not that I don't know Ian. I do know him. His name isn't in my head right now. Ian Miles Chung. That's who he's talking about. Ian Miles Chung is kind of a former SJW who became Gamergate, and I guess he ran into some trouble. He made a mistake with the wrong people, and now he's getting dragged around. So, look, drag him. I don't know. He hasn't done anything to me, and I'm not even sure what he did. So, until I do, I kind of give people the benefit of a doubt. Maga Man says Matt's only choice is to join Anti-Comicsgate and Anti-Fandom Menace. He will become Mundanus. Darth Jeremy, Lord of the Sith, says Commander Hicks, the time has come. Execute Order 66. The Rookie Critic says, Jeff, I like the new icon. EVS, I like your Twitter icon of the laughing man. And Jeremy, hats on. Press H for hat on. You're on a roll lately. Attraction Central says, Jeremy, what are your Super Bowl predictions?
New England and New Orleans.
Come on, New Orleans.
Philadelphia. Phil Devereaux says, I'm sure someone has mentioned this. My two favorite characters from Game of Thrones are bisexual, Prince Oberon, and female, Brienne of Tarth. I'm still a toxic male for hating Disney Star Wars. Must be. Yeah. Mega Jetty 1 says, hail to the High Council, hail to the Empire, hail Hydra. Sentient Root Beer says, swig of water for the High Council. Again, DJ Ray says, hail to the High Council. Jeremy, please keep your hat on. TLJ Screwjob says, March 28th, 2018, the day the High Council was born. Or the idea for it, when E and Jeff were talking about TLJ's Blu-ray, the Anti-Collider. That's what we were going to be, the awesome. Anti-Collider.
You know,
well, we get views in the real Collider, so hey.
You know, it's funny because let me look. Go ahead and keep reading. I'll see if I can pull it up.
What are you going to pull up?
I want to show people something. If
show people. Oh, I'm going to find the trailer. The original trailer was cool, man. It was cool.
I still have a bunch of because we have a Twitter that we never use, the High Council Show.
Yeah.
We're always trying to come up with a way where are we going to host the show? How are we going to do this? How are we going to do that? The way we do it's perfect now.
So here's what I was wanting to show everybody. So this is Social Blade, and this is Collider Social Blade, and this is a multi-million-dollar company with multi-million-dollar studio, and they have a Social Blade ranking of 28,000. Okay, this is a multi-million-dollar studio. Okay, tons of people, employees, payroll, based in Hollywood, ties to Disney and Warner Brothers and all that. 28,000 Social Blade. Okay, some asshole sitting in his pool house. 32,000 is the rank of Geeks and Gamers right now. We're only 4,000 behind them on our Social Blade rank. So fuck Collider. How about that? Okay. So that's what happens. That's what happens when you rank Rey ahead of Ahsoka, and you can't even give a goddamn reason why you ranked Rey ahead of Ahsoka, other than she's a whammon and she has to be on. She has to be on there. It's just ridiculous. So
well, that's why those channels hate us, because we make them obsolete, because we expose that they're just bought and paid. They're advertisements for studios.
Right.
All
right.
All the writers. The guy from Forbes, the guy from Esquire, all of them. They're just one long arm of the ad for Disney or whoever it is. And mark my words, when we get to Captain Marvel in, was it 59 days? I figured it out. 59 days from today, be prepared for all the fucking kiss-ass reviews, and then we're gonna have the whole Last Jedi thing all over again, but in a smaller, more condensed version, because Avengers comes out right after that. But be prepared to be bombarded with that shit.
Bombarded with what?
Oh, the thing is, there's going to be another discrepancy between the fans and that. I'm not saying it's going to be 50%, but if it's not 100%, like, remember how they were touting Black Panther as this 100% movie and all this shit? It's going to be like that again. And now that Black Panther didn't win awards, people are all up in arms. It's, Marvel, they're just doing something weird. But DC with Aquaman's going to keep them in their place.
But I used to be a huge fan of Collider. I used to watch Collider all the time, and most of our audience used to watch Collider. Jedi Council, they used to be really good, and then like Campia brought the team over there. They had Jeremy Johns, they had Christian Harloff, John Schnepp, rest in peace of John Schnepp. They had Mark Ellis, they had Tiffany Smith, they had a great cast of people. And it was must-see YouTube TV every week when they did the Jedi Council. And then they started getting into,
diversity. We have to get some diversity in here.
No, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. You had great talent there, but they've got all these woke people in there that were starting to preach about everybody's racist and sexist, and it just destroyed it. And I still like Christian Harloff a lot. I think Christian Harloff's a great dude. I've met him. I've spoke with him. But just overall, what Collider is doing right now, it drives me crazy. I can't deal with it anymore. And the funny thing is, I made a video going after Collider with this Rey versus Ahsoka deal. And in the video, they gave Rey, because I was just like, during the whole video, they're giving the reasons why Rey is the number 6 Star Wars hero of all time. And at no point did they give any reason of what she actually did as a character. They were talking about how, well, you got to have Rey on the list. Okay, that's exactly what they said. You got to have Rey. Why do we have to have Rey? Oh, well, Daisy Ridley has such a wonderful smile. Okay, that has nothing to do with Rey. And the only point they made to give Rey a story point for why she deserved to be on the list was because she helped get she helped get Luke Skywalker back in the game in The Last Jedi. First of all, that was Jake, but let's just go for argument's sake that it was Luke. Yoda's the one that got Luke to get back in the game. Rey already failed. Rey left the island. So they were giving Rey credit for something that she didn't even do. But the funny thing is on my video, guess who commented on my video to co-sign what I said? one Jeremy Johns commented on my video where I was slamming Collider, and he co-signed the point that I made about all of the stuff that they were saying about this list. So it's just, so when people talk about Collider, I'm just like, I'm just some asshole with a Logitech webcam in my pool house, and our channel is rivaling theirs. So I'm good with that. Rant over.
No. Rant over.
Was it really a rant or just a little bit of peacocking? I dig it either way.
Yeah.
All right. Chapter Master Dante says, Happy New Year, Council. List your catalog on the High Council page Ethan made forever ago. Actually, Jeff made it, and I have access to it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing something like that. Mega Jetty says, for my next stream, how do I invite? Do I copy HTTP? For your next stream, how do you invite? Well, if you're running a stream on Google Hangouts, there'll be a little person avatar that you can click, and then that'll give you a key, and you can send it to whoever you want.
Yeah, just don't make it public, because
then you'll have unlimited people coming in to bug you. Stone Cold Jeremy says, big forehead, full head of hair, still no eyebrows. Jeremy,
damn,
that's
I do
true.
Have eyebrows. I have eyebrows.
No, you don't. You really don't, dude. You don't have eyebrows.
They're just very, very light. I do have eyebrows.
I haven't seen them.
I do.
I don't want to.
I don't want to think about it too much, but I just realized I was like, yeah, Jeremy's got like that. He's got a jutting forehead with no eyebrow at the end of it, and it's just like it is weird. And that guy brought it up, and I just went, yeah, that's correct, Stone Cold Jeremy. I think you should give him more hell about having no eyebrows.
Look. You see the eyebrows? You see the
No,
eyebrows?
we don't.
You see that?
We don't. We see your finger.
They're very light. They're very light, but they're there.
I see zero eyebrows. Honestly, I'm looking close. Math isn't my best subject. Remember, Ethan, you promised to review the Clone Wars episodes for us. Maybe between your campaigns this year, you could upload just a few reviews. Yeah, I got to watch them first, but maybe I'll do that while I'm on the treadmill, guys. What do you think of that? Yeah, getting in shape, getting fit for 2019. That is the goal. Looking as good.
6 packs for celebration. That's our mantra.
That is what it's all about, dude. That's what it's all about.
1,000 crunches a day will be there by April.
1,000. I can do that. Got a lot of testosterone pumping. Very high T lately. I'm ready to go. That pie is, you know what it is? If you think about pie as pure estrogen, you'll stop eating pie. And that's what I started to. I was like, this is just, if I eat this pie, it's just estrogen going right into my bloodstream, and I'm going to start lisping and all that. No. So stop with the pie. Amateur Anth says you should do more toy reviews. I like those, especially when you run them over. LOL. Yeah, I've got a bunch of toys to review, but most of them are pretty good. I have some stupid toys. I've got the Lego Ray, which is the worst Lego I've ever seen in my damn life. It's the worst Lego. They made a Lego of Ray. Like a doll, but it's a Lego.
Really?
Yeah, it's the size of a Barbie doll, and you build it, and it's posable, and it's Ray's stupid face. I don't know why they did this. They did, we built one of Darth Maul. That was kind of weird, but to do one of Ray is just extra weird. So I'll probably build that on camera. Maybe I'll run it over with my car. Demogeni says, glad you're back on. Check out my music video, Biochemist. I think you'll enjoy it. Did y'all talk about Captain Marvel Trailer 3? Just gone on.
I did.
Not yet.
Oh, not tonight. I thought you meant on my channel. No, we haven't tonight.
Ugh.
I'll save it for a video. I haven't seen it yet. Is it that much different? Is there
No.
I will say, I'll say it's definitely the best footage we've seen, but it's still not good. It's still not good. And for me, the way I felt like they edited this video together because they understand that people are not as inspired by the footages as they want them to be. And so they tried to make it really kind of upbeat and show some personality, and it still just fell flat for me.
Wow. Yeah, the hell with it. But I'll watch it. Jay Gat says Dem response video pop-up appears whenever you click about Trump address on Twitter. What a bunch of scumbags. And I have to watch the Trump address. I'm going to do that when we're done with the High Council. That's the first thing I'm going to do. I already did 2 videos today. I don't think I'm going to do another one till tomorrow. Wesley Smith says, God bless the High Council. Capitalism wins again. Rookie Critic says, in your best soy voices, I just love The Last Jedi. So great, my guy. Now best British voice.
I'll get you next time, Ethan Van Sciver.
All right. So I did both of those for you. JP got rockets. Jeff and I have to settle for Kings Island. JP got rockets again. Is Cecil your Yoko? Who was your Huckleberry? My Huckleberry would be so that would be your enemy. Who's my enemy? I guess no, because no, I'd say I'm your Huckleberry to SJW Spider-Man. Rowdy Hitman says, when is the Green Lantern 2011 movie watch along? Oh my god, dude, you got to be kidding me. What an idea. I'd have to I haven't seen it all the way through. Do you want to watch me in pain? Do you want to actually see me in pain? Oh man, you'll be in that?
Oh yeah, I got your back. I mean, we got to get back to that because we got to do Solo. Because that hits Netflix this week.
I quit the High Council.
All right. Well, my secret guest, I guess, will have to replace you. I don't know. You can't replace Ethan.
No, irreplaceable. I will do it. I'll do whatever I'm supposed to do happily. Yeah, we'll do the Green Lantern. We'll do Solo. That's a good idea. And with friends, terrible things are easier to handle.
I'll get beer.
Yeah, me too. Paul Godden says EVS knows that if he really wants to eat pie, there is a game he can play where he can eat all he wants. That is correct. It is called Pie Man. These guys made a Pac-Man game, except Pac-Man has a long pointy nose and a stupid beard, and he's bald, and he eats pies, and it's me. And when he eats the pies, he goes, pies, 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 pies. It's really embarrassing.
That's an honor, dude. There's a video game based on you.
Yeah, but it's making fun of me, you know?
Yeah, at least they're talking about you.
It's a great game. TLJ Screwjob says Disney has 9 other movies coming out before episode 9 this year, and you never answered about Ian Jared being on the rap album. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, they have to agree. It's called Party Boob.
Yeah, I would definitely do it. Razdoc says, if you still need someone to stick their hand up your lamb chop, I'm here for you. Thank you.
The fuck does that mean?
Let's not get into it. Xerax says Soups didn't know he had a son. It takes place after Superman 2. I also think it was supposed to introduce Supergirl. Well, it failed to do that. Chris Wick says, welcome back, High Council. What are your thoughts on the new behind-the-scenes trailer for Driving Miss Danvers, aka Captain Marvel? Bring the pain. Oh boy. Well, we'll get into it. Did you?
Yeah,
so
I did a video on it.
You already did a video of it? Okay.
The title of it is Captain Marvel Looks Boring.
Oh, I saw that.
All right.
No, but I mean, if you do you want to talk about it? I mean,
you can talk about it. I just don't. I don't want to get. I might close my ears because I don't want to steal your opinion.
Well, I won't go.
All right, I'm not gonna listen. Go ahead. Go.
Okay. No, I mean, basically, I'll just repeat what I was saying a few minutes ago. But I mean, to me, it felt like they are listening and they understand that the enthusiasm for this movie is not there, and they seem to build this trailer up and edit this trailer to make it seem really upbeat and try to give her more of a personality. But at the end of the day, we all know she doesn't have one, and it didn't do anything for me. It was the best footage I've seen, but it still isn't good. And Nick Fury's going to have to carry this movie.
Well, I mean, Samuel Jackson can easily carry anything, so I'm not concerned in that regard. But I don't know if I talked about this with you personally, but a couple of months ago, around November, they ordered a whole bunch of reshoots. Now, I'm not saying that the movie was bad, but I honestly think after the first initial reaction, they went back and filmed more with her smiling and showing a personality. I would bet, $10 that originally she was this stoic, boring, straight-faced, plank-boarded woman, and it was meant to send a message. But people on the internet, rallied around, oh, she's not smiling, this, that, and the other, so they went back out of fear. I mean, this movie is in a really bizarre place because, like I said, if they would have allowed, or if Aquaman would have shit the bed, I think Marvel would go full SJW with the MCU in the next phase. They'd kill off the good characters that people like with Iron Man and Thor and all them, and they'd move to this new Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel dynamic, and you'd get a lot of weaker characters. Like in the game, Jeremy, did you play the Spider-Man game?
PS4?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Great game. But they're pushing really too hard for Miles Morales. I see that as the next wave of everything Spider-Man. Oh, Peter Parker's out, Miles Morales in. Marvel properties in general aren't going to be this hot in a couple years.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And obviously, you got the Into the Spider-Verse, which I did enjoy, by the way. Not as much as everybody else, apparently. But Jeff, I haven't even heard your thoughts on that. But
I refuse to watch it.
oh, okay, yeah, that's
If it's not classic Spider-Man, I like that character. I don't like 10 different Batmans or Supermans from different worlds. I like one specific character, and if you give me that character, I'll go. I saw all the Spider-Man movies, maybe not in theaters, but that's not who I want to pay to see. So it's funny too. It's a consumer thing. It's my money. I'll do what I want with it. You can't guilt me into watching Miles Morales or Spider-Gwen or any of these lesser characters.
fair enough.
And
I don't-
correct. That is a correct opinion. That is how you should be. Yeah. All right. So Jason Green says, Jeremy, I live in Temple, Texas, off of I-35. So he wants to invite you out to dinner. Sal Vader says, Jeff, pre-orders for Professor X Marvel Legends are live.
I actually did that today. I used my Christmas gift card to pre-order Professor X, so he's on the way.
Oh, nice. Amateur Anth says, watch my channel, Amateur Anth. It's a new channel. After I get done building this powder coating oven, I'm going to make Stormbreaker for Uncle Ethan as a gift. You're kidding me. Dude's going to make me Stormbreaker. I'm going to get a hammer.
What if you're not worthy?
Oh, I'm worthy.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, I mean, if Captain Marvel's worthy, everybody's worthy. Give me a break.
Fair enough. But you're
Yeah.
marginalizing yourself by saying that.
I know. I am marginalized. I place high on the victim hierarchy.
Top
Rex-
tier?
top tier victim. That's me. Very, very happy to be so. And I will let you know. I'll let everyone know that I'm a victim. And how dare you?
It is ma'am. It is ma'am.
Yeah, it is, ma'am. It's ma'am, motherfucker. Like, that was the worst thing I've ever seen, dude. Like, oh my god.
The comment section on my video were fantastic. People said, "Man, when did Hulk Hogan transition and all this stuff?"
Yeah.
it was great.
I've never seen anything like that, to be honest with you. Those two videos came out together, like that video and then the vape shop kid.
Yep.
God, vape shop kid is my favorite because he full on shrieks like this is how SJWs really are at this point. Let me explain something. People go, why are they like this? Why are they like this? Well, they went from smug and on top of the world, okay, with Barack Obama and then the impending Hillary Clinton election, to realizing, see, if Hillary had won, that would have been game over for anybody who was right of left. Anyone who was right of center, forget it. You might as well just give up and become a liberal, because they're going to get Supreme Court nominations and it's over with. They're gonna nominate communists in there. So when Trump won, that ended everything. That ended everything for them. And their usual technique of daily showing reality. You know how on the Daily Show, you're able to get across whatever point you want to make because those guys edit you to look stupid. Like, they'd bring on Ben Shapiro and they'd use tight editing tricks to just take out some of this and that. They'd say something to him and then he'd be dumbfounded. Well, that's how SJWs deal with reality. That's why they block people. That's why they get people deplatformed. They're all used to having just the ultimate cosmic editing tool that shuts down anybody from answering them back. That is the whole thing. So that vape shop kid realized in that moment that Trump was president. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, I'm sorry, when she's not doing so well. It's going to be pretty much over for the left in this country in any substantial way. And when confronted with his inability to edit the reality that was right in front of him, he read like nothing I've ever heard before. I mean, did you hear him scream?
I haven't seen the video.
Oh, Jeff, you
Jeff.
need to watch that.
Can somebody tag me on Twitter or something?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you need to watch the video. This total dude comes in like with a Trump hat on. He just wants to buy some vape merchandise, and this disgusting ginger soy boy is working behind the counter and demands that he get out and starts screaming profanity at him. Your president's a fucking asshole. And the guy's like, "You're gonna serve me. Do my bidding. I'm a customer." And the guy's like, "Get out!" Like that.
Oh, it's great.
Dude,
It's
it
great.
is so funny. And the guy's just standing his ground. Oh God, I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so let me. Rex says, I wrote you a song. Spider-Man does whatever a soy boy can. Spins a web of many lies, tries to dunk, and then he cries. Look out! Here comes Soy Spider-Man. That is awesome, Rex. I'm saving that, and I'm going to share that with SJW Spider-Man on Twitter. Good man. McKinney90 says, Cats the musical, # more profitable than episode 9. Becky Lynch is, well, maybe. I mean, we'll see. Episode 9 might bring it in. Becky Lynch's boyfriend says, my super chats are being censored. Democracy, right? Is that why your super chats are kind of weird? They're being censored? Darth Bobcat says, oh, really impressive, Jeremy. You own Super Glue. Oh, because of your hair.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Barbarella Alpha says, EVS, put Do My Bidding on a t-shirt. Do my bidding.
Did you guys see the meme that Trump posted
No.
the other day? You didn't see that? He's such a troll, and I love it. The president of the United States posted this right here. This is my # my president right here. I love this dude. This is what he posted right here.
The wall is coming.
With the Game of Thrones. Oh.
Oh.
It's so good. This dude is great. I'm
sorry, he is great. I understand that, like, you know, you don't. How can you not like him? How can you not like him? I don't get it. He's so funny, and I guess that's why. I guess that's why you don't like him. Cookie Thief Jeremy says, Jeremy, as your keeper of cookies, I demand you go as Ahsoka at Celebration.
Oh man, you guys are pressuring the hell out of me for this. This is not happening, guys. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Do it.
No, not
Green
happening.
Adrenaline says, Jeff, collab with Robot Head and Literature Devil.
I don't
Robot
know who
Head
those people are.
You know who Robot Head's great. Robot Head's awesome. He did the Disney Doesn't Understand Lightsabers video. Have you guys not seen that?
No, I heard about it. I didn't watch it, though.
Oh, it's great. Last time I heard, he's got over 2 million views, man. Robot Head is awesome. So you guys need to check him out.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I know who this person is.
Yeah, Robot Head's great. I've talked to him before.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the Do My Bidding T-shirt. Actually, Crypto Fashion reached out to me today and said, T-shirts for 2019. What are they? And so I'm going to do. I will do the new logo, the new all caps comics logo, and it's going to say "Capitalism wins again" across it. And then I'll do one that also says "Do My Bidding." We'll keep those memes out there. But I love "Capitalism wins again." That's my favorite. Fuck capitalism. The video is so good, dude. It's so good. Oh my god. It's everything that, like, all of your prejudices. Like, if you think that, like, soy boys are like total whiny bitches, that this video confirms it for you. You're just like, oh my god, it's a dream come true. On video. McKinney90 says, The Last Jedi is the Dark Knight of Star Wars films. I felt my soul die just hearing that.
What?
That was a Scott Mendelson article.
Yeah.
Oh,
I called
yeah,
out my
that's
latest
right.
video.
That's right. Yeah, and I remember doing the trailer reaction, because everybody says that, we just wanted to hate this movie. And I did a trailer reaction to The Last Jedi on the Monday Night Football trailer. And I was like, I said that. I was like, this has a Dark Knight feel. I did a reaction to my reaction of that so I could make fun of myself.
Who
Because
the fuck are you?
yeah, I know, man. It's
Why
terrible.
does he do that?
So,
Max Rebo says, I always love the High Council streams. Jeremy, sorry about Alabama.
Thank you.
Stone Cold Jeremy says, shave your head and be sexy like me. Johnny Dollar says, #Jeremy too. John Whalen says, Jared, do you scream Ahsoka in a reach around? Oh, so nice. Michael Roth says, what happened to the good old days? This is Michael Roth. What happened to the good old days of WWE when you had 3 Iraqi wrestlers during a war?
yeah, so good, so good. Those are long gone, unfortunately.
We got to bring that back and just shut people up. I mean, honestly,
Maybe, hey, if you guys want to fund where me and Jeff and Ethan, which Ethan would have to, we would have to catch him up. But if you guys want to fund a wrestling organization that me and Jeff and Ethan can run, we can bring wrestling back to the glory days. I've promoted wrestling shows before. I've actually done wrestling promotion. So if you guys want to fund that, let's do it.
Weird question in the chat. EVS, what is your favorite Beach Boys song from Marty McFly? I saw him ask this a couple times. Don't Worry Baby. Or
Kokomo. Kokomo is mine.
Kokomo. Yeah. Kokomo, not written by Brian Wilson, written by Mike Love, who is a full-on anti-SJW Trump supporting Republican.
Nice.
Lead singer of the Beach Boys. Ronald Reagan declared them America's band in 1985, and Mike Love has never forgotten it. They hate Mike Love. I mean, SJWs hate Mike Love. Brian Wilson is just kind of like, I don't know, politics. But Mike Love is like, no, F these people, Republican. So
What about John Stamos? Wasn't he in that video?
yeah, he plays with the band, you know.
I used to hate the episodes of Full House where they would just show up randomly.
The Beach.
Yeah, they would just be like, hey, it's the Beach Boys. And everyone would clap. And they'd be like, hey, Uncle Jesse, we're here to play a song. And then they would leave.
Yeah. Sloop John B is a good song, but they didn't write it. So it's an old song. Spidey Flash. I'm responding to things in the chat. A Planet Musk Vlog says, Uncle E, I animated on recent Rainbow Bright. Hallmark remakes it every couple of years to keep the license. I could set up a pitch meeting. LOL. That'd be cool. I mean, I actually called them on the phone, and they know who I am, and they're ready to sue me over Rainbow Brute, by the way. So I'm ready for that as well. Spidey Flash says, Andrew Garfield is Spider-Man all the way.
No.
Oh no. Oh.
Caffeinated Comic Book says, the spider outside my window is a better Spider-Man than Spider Brat and Dorcas Malorcas. The Grand Inquisitor says, Uncle E, booby trap spelled backwards is party boob.
That's where our
Nice.
album name comes from.
Tell him, Jeff, a woohoo party boob. I didn't know that.
Yeah. The last show of the year, so Grand Inquisitor said that. I was like, huh, that's our rap album name.
Amazing. Muppy Heingard says, you're supposed to remind the SJW swarms with screenshots of masochistic anime girls looking flush and asking for more, or respond to them that way. Okay. Blocked Head says, I'm making a paper craft of Jeff and Jeremy to join EVS Pie Master. Any ideas on their superhero names and memes to include? On Blockheads on Twitter. Yeah, Blockheads is great. He actually does make these paper big-headed kind of dolls of people. He made one of me. And he had my keyboard. I'm holding my keyboard, and it's exactly detailed like my real keyboard. So what would he put on Jeff?
I mean, if he wants reference pictures or stuff, he can just ask me because I think this is pretty damn cool. I don't know.
What are your memes?
I don't have any. I'm not like you guys. Like, I get the video views and all this stuff, but I don't have like the aura around me. I wish I did, but I don't. So I don't know. Make up something cool. I like watches.
Definitely the comic book. Definitely Stealing Solo. I would stack up some Rose Ticos.
I would say you need to get in contact with Caitlin, the keeper of Jeremy's, on Twitter, and talk to her because she will know everything about all these Jeremys. Like Chick-fil-A Jeremy is becoming one of my favorite Jeremys. I don't know if you guys have seen that one yet.
Yeah,
but Chick-fil-A Jeremy always responds to people that are going after me. And he always tells them like, here, let me find one. So he says, my God, it's okay, Virgil. Come on down to one of our locations and get a spicy chicken deluxe. It will cleanse all the soy built up in your system. I guarantee it. Come on by. It'd be my pleasure.
Is that the real Virgil from the WWF?
No, it's some guy that was going after me.
Oh, I was like, you got the real Virgil going after you?
Yeah. So Caitlin can help you out with that. So, because Caitlin is there's over, I think we're over 200 Jeremys now. I think Caitlin, you're in the chat, confirm that for me. But I can't keep up.
I would put Jeff in a Toys Were Us t-shirt.
With the sad giraffe.
Yeah, Toys Were Us.
Should I might cry if I see that thing?
Becky Lynch's boyfriend, Jeremy. Watch Omega versus Okada. You'll thank me later.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. How come I lost my place? You have to. All right. So Chris Wick says, "Hey EVS, did you get my previous super chat?" Well, I'm reading them all in order, so I hope I did. The Buzz General says, I haven't watched Collider once since The Last Jedi and TFM. What's TFM? Maybe you mean The Force Awakens? TFM.
No, because the A and M are far on the keyboard.
Say that again one more time. What was the full super
I haven't watched Collider once since The Last Jedi, TLJ, and then TFM. Phantom Menace? No. The Phantom Menace with an F. That's the Phantom Menace. What could it be? What is that?
I would unless they were talking like in their speakerphone maybe or voice text and it picked up A for M. I don't know.
Mira Jeremy says Collider says she finally met her hero, Luke, but in The Force Awakens she said Luke Skywalker. I thought he was a myth, and Kylo can't pull the Sith move. He ain't one. Logan Michael says I have to go. Thanks for the stream. Have a good one. Thanks, Logan. Muppy Heingard says it'll be the Carol Danvers from here on out, huh? Yeah, they're planning on making a big deal out of that to show us. Hey, show us, ladies. We're just gonna make videos and make you cry. All of these people over at Lucas, and when I say ladies, I mean the gentlemen too over at Lucasfilm, or not Lucasfilm, MCU. Go ahead and do whatever you want to do with this horrible character. Try to ram social justice where Marvel characters down the throats of movie fans. And see how it goes for you. We don't care. We want you to. We're going to make videos that make people laugh.
Well, the thing is, they're trying to play catch up with DC, who has Wonder Woman, who's a great character. They picked one of the shittiest characters they have to do, our first female-led film. It's this empowering movie. You pick a crappy character because she can fly around.
And a crappy actress to play the crappy character.
Yeah, and everybody goes, she won an Oscar. Lots of people won Oscars.
Yeah.
Well, if DC could get Superman and Batman right, they have gold with Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Aquaman was awesome.
Aquaman was awesome. I loved it so much, and Wonder Woman was great. I still prefer Wonder Woman over Aquaman, but if they could get Batman and Superman right, and Henry Cavill is the right person to play Superman, they just need to get the writing. You don't think so?
No, get him out of here.
Really?
Look, he's had it. I've seen him. He's not charming. I don't trust him. He's got to go. He's been ruined as Superman. Get someone new. Just give me someone with a little bit more charm.
I don't disagree with what you're saying in terms of what we've gotten, but I do think he does have the potential to be charming as Superman with the correct writing. But up to this point, he has been ruined, in my opinion. But
you know who would make a good Superman? Shave his face down. What's that guy? Joe Manja. What's his name?
Mr. Sofia Vergara.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's got a great smile. He's got the right build. He's got black hair. He's funny.
He was Flash Thompson.
Yeah, was he?
Yeah, in the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, he would make a great Superman. I'm telling you right now. Like, they're stupid for not putting him in the role because the other guy, Henry Cavill, he's all right, but he's not a lead. He's not a leading man. He just isn't. So put that guy. I'm telling you, everyone who's saying no, I don't know, no. Yes. If you just make him look like Superman with in the superficial ways, you would come around.
Right. That guy you're talking about is Deathstroke. The chat's just saying that. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I want to see John Hamm. John Hamm was like somebody wanted, or people wanted him back in the day. I was like, yeah, he looks the right age and he's a good actor.
I personally think Brandon Routh was the right pick, but the movie was terrible with him.
Yeah, he was a good pick. Yeah.
I think he was cast because he looked passingly like Christopher Reeve, not because they loved him.
That's what Superman looks like, though. So that works. Yeah.
He is the best. I'm not arguing that one. I'm just saying.
Everyone's mad at me. Everyone's saying, "Shut the fuck up, Ethan."
I do think Henry Cavill still. I would rather keep Cavill on as Superman and bring a different creative team around him and get Batfleck gone. I like Ben Affleck a lot as an actor and as a director. His Batman was terrible, and the writing around it was stupid. He spent 2 damn hours trying to kill Superman. He gave that passionate speech to Alfred about how if there's 1% chance that he's going to be dangerous, we have to end him. And then because they have the same mother effing name of their mom, suddenly he's my best friend. What? So stupid. It's
just as we're ready to forgive and forget about, not even forgive, but forget about BVS and Suicide Squad, here you come bringing it up, man. We're riding this Aquaman high. There's you. Keeps ruining it for everybody.
But that's the thing. It was so frustrating. And I made a video on this where I said Aquaman was great, and that video got over 100,000 views. And I was complaining because Aquaman was great. Wonder Woman was great. You established the 2 most difficult characters that were going to be hard to establish in this universe. And you screwed up the 2 that were the easiest. It's
Zack
so
Snyder's fault.
Yeah, it's so frustrating to me. And for everybody saying Batfleck was good, no, you mean Batfleck's stunt double was good because that's the only good parts of Batman or Batfleck was when his stunt double did the warehouse scene, and it wasn't Ben Affleck.
His
So-
CGI cape was cool.
Just bring back Christian Bale as Batman. At this
I'm good
point.
with that. I'm good with that.
You know,
What are you doing?
make some money. Give him some money. All these people, just give them money. You're gonna lose it anyway. Just give money to Harrison Ford. Just give money to Christian Bale. God damn it.
Yep. I'm for that. Christian Bale is my Batman. So
Yeah.
Michael Keaton's mine, but hey.
Michael
I-
Keaton's great too.
I'm not. Yeah, Keaton is great. I'm not going to argue. I love Michael Keaton.
He's a little too old to play Batman now, unless they do the
definitely.
Batman Beyond movie and he
Which
can
would
play
be
Bruce Wayne.
awesome. Which
That's
would be
true.
awesome.
Sign me up for that movie. But we got to get a good Terry McGinnis. We can't do any changing of his character.
No. TLJ Screwjob. TLJ Screwjob says, seriously though, is there anything Disney can do without ticking off the fans at this point? Luke's back ticks off the Last Jedi fans. Don't anti-stay mad.
Well, first of all, the Last Jedi fans are always going to be mad because they are SJWs. But is there anything they can do to make Star Wars fans not mad? No, not anything within reality. Yes, there are things they could do, namely fire Kathleen Kennedy. That would make us all happy. But in reality, no, I don't think there's anything that they're going to be able to do with Episode 9 to repair the damage that they've done.
But do you think they want to? Because you have all these fucking journalists in quotation marks going on about, oh, it's so great, it's so powerful. But if you pay attention, they slowly change their narrative. But Disney just listens to those people. They surround themselves with yes men, much like George Lucas did on Episode 1. And then George Lucas had that come to Jesus moment where he goes, I might have gone too far in a couple places. But I don't think Disney wants to come to that realization and course correct.
Dude, they're only looking at the money. They're trying to control the audience. That's what the media is for. They're trying to control the people out there. But they look at people like, oh my God, The Last Jedi made $1.4 billion. Yeah, but The Force Awakens made $2.2 billion. That's all that matters. There is no reason. This isn't the comic book industry. This is not like this is the second issue of a comic book and therefore it cuts in half. They lost 50% of their audience between those two films. They lost a lot of money. A lot of money. So they did something wrong. And we've seen the movies on a chart. It just goes, the graph goes straight down into the ground. They are under the impression, I think, that they're putting out movies too quickly. They're not. They just suck. We gave you a chance with The Force Awakens. It wasn't. I mean, it just was. I know Jeremy likes it. It really did make me feel uneasy leaving the movie theater. Everyone else too. The Last Jedi was it. That was it. That proved how degenerate and corrupt Lucasfilm has become. And unless they do a turnaround,
But like you said, it's all about the money. I don't think they'll turn it around. I think they'll. I'm of two minds. Either they're gonna power through whatever they got, hope that it makes a bunch of money. If it doesn't, Star Wars just goes to TV and the toys do whatever they do. Or if it makes a bunch of money, I say they put a bunch more movies into production and they're going to have more failures.
What do you think about this rumor that Rian Johnson's trilogy would end up on the Disney streaming service?
I mean, garbage gets garbage, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I covered it, but I don't know if there's anything that we can actually. I don't know. It's from 17, you know what I mean? So it's like I don't know if that's a legitimate source. I have no idea. But
well, don't worry about if it's true. What do you think about it?
What do I think about it? I think that
good idea or bad?
I think it's a good. I think it was a good idea in isolation, but it ultimately it's a bad idea to keep Rian Johnson attached to Star Wars in any capacity. But it's a good idea if I'm presented with put it on the streaming service or give this a major theatrical release. Then it's obviously better to put it on the streaming service and make it like a Netflix original style. But ultimately, you need to get right. I've already said this. Rian Johnson, we need a 500-mile restraining order against any Star Wars production. He needs to have a restraining order. He's not allowed. And he needs to get government clearance if he needs to travel through. He needs to get President Trump to sign off on it to give him approval. If you're within 500 miles of a Star Wars production, that's my stance on it. But like really what this, and I wanted to pull this up real quick, but like this is really what this comes down to. It's all down to numbers. Okay, so you can say what you want about The Force Awakens, but right there it tells it all. It opens up at the biggest weekend in the history of the box office. Second week, it only drops 39%. That means the audience walked away and they were happy. Now, then you go to The Last Jedi. Second week, 67% drop. That is catastrophic. A 39% drop second week for The Force Awakens, nearly 70 for The Last Jedi. That tells you this was, at the time, this was the second biggest opening weekend of all time. I believe it was second or third, but it was second to The Force Awakens, I believe. And then the massive drop because people went and saw this movie because the interest was still there. And then, boom, the bottom falls out. And then the next film was Solo. And we all know what happened with Solo. So Star Wars is in decline right now. The numbers support that.
And
I believe, hang on. And I believe that The Last Jedi made around $500 or $600 million worldwide the opening weekend with all of that goodwill that The Force Awakens had. So that 1.3 billion that it made, those numbers are skewed big time because it made like 500 or 600 million opening weekend. Once the audience saw that movie, Star Wars has been in free fall, period. So those are the numbers.
All I wanted to say too is our buddy Scott Mendelson, he goes on about, well, The Matrix and this movie and that movie, and he pulls out movies from 15 years ago. Jurassic World to from Jurassic World to Fallen Kingdom, it was only a 20% difference. I mean, other big franchises aren't having the same drop off. Avengers 1 to 2 was like 1.5 billion to 1.4 billion. You know, we're talking $100 million difference. You know, not these giant drop offs for Star Wars. Apparently, the biggest thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know.
It's not fans. The thing is, here's the thing, they're in a weird position. If it's a small vocal minority, where's the money? You know, well, if it's just a couple people on the internet, us three guys and a few other channels, how did we take $600 million from Disney, and where's our $600 million to split?
Right. And the number, Star Wars is in decline. It's just that simple. Does it mean that it's dead? No, it doesn't mean it's dead. I know a lot of people said it's dead, but it is dying. And Episode 9, freaking JJ, he took on The Force Awakens, all this pressure, and then now he's got the Episode 9 and there's more pressure. But I just feel like this trilogy, and I've said this before on my channel, I feel like this is like a JJ and Rian Johnson rap battle. You know, like JJ did his verse with The Force Awakens, and Rian Johnson comes in and screws it all up. And now JJ's got to come back and battle Rian Johnson again. And it's so stupid, and it shows the complete lack of leadership at Lucasfilm. We had a better plan for the High Council tonight than Kathleen Kennedy had for the goddamn sequel trilogy. Think about that. Think about that.
Well, we don't even talk about Colin Trevorrow getting shit canned anymore.
No.
I mean, how many? Let's see. Kathleen Kennedy's part, what, 3 or 4 directors?
Oh my! Well, Josh Trank is even one that doesn't get mentioned. So Josh Trank, Josh Trank was a big problem anyway. But
yeah, I was to say I wouldn't.
Yeah, Josh Trank, Colin Trevorrow, Lord Miller. There's been one more. Maybe 2 more. I'm trying to think. But yeah, I mean, it's been a problem, and it's just the leadership is not there at Lucasfilm. It's just not.
Definitely not. TLG J Screwjob also says, why don't SJWs just make new characters instead of staying with the toxic chauvinistic male gaze, etc., females like Wonder Woman plus Emma Frost? The reason why is because SJWs are incapable of creating things, and that's not what they're there to do anyway. They're there to squat on already established and popular franchises so that people who enjoy those franchises, and there will be many, 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 will have to receive their stupid messages. That is why SJWs do what they do. And then once the property that they're squatting on is destroyed, they move on to the next one. Party Civvy says, Hail Council, any guess on the itinerary for 2019? Love the trolling from Vape Shop MAGA guy. We definitely dodged a lose condition in 2016 for sure. No guess that we can plan. We'll just, we'll meet some new people along the way, I'm sure. Doomcock will be here. Cecil will be here as random fill-in guests. I think Jeremy's going to have a couple of absences this month as he travels. And we'll fill in with those guys if he can't make it. So just, stay tuned. We'll keep you entertained. The Last Jedi Screwjob says Jarrett only cosplays as Christopher Nolan, guys. Yeah, that's probably true. Green Adrenaline 64505 says EVS needs a tee that says "Fix this now," and proceeds will go to your boy's war chest. Yeah, TLJ Screwjob says for the Justice League movie, why not do Wally instead? Maybe people that grew up with the Justice League and JLU cartoons would rather see that movie and bring their kids. Yeah, DC's like killing Wally West or something. I don't know what's going on over there, but they never really understood what to do with Wally once Barry came back. Snowtep says Jeremy got that boy band hair. New nickname is NSYNC. Mega Jetty 1 says my dad thinks Punk and Heyman should run the show. Who are Punk and Heyman?
CM Punk and Paul Heyman.
Oh,
I agree.
Paul Heyman ran a wrestling company into the ground, and CM Punk walks away when he doesn't get his way. So
maybe not.
I'm a Punk fan and I'm a Heyman fan, so I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
I am too. He's great when he's a writer and can't control a company.
Agree to disagree.
Party on Civi says Raimi Spider-Man was pure Kino. Changed my mind.
What does that mean?
I don't know what Kino means. Do you mean cringe? I'm not sure.
I just know people that say that go read the comic books that they're based on and they adapt it. That's the tone of Spider-Man from the 1960s.
It was important at the time. I haven't seen those movies since, but like when they came out, they really felt authentic to me. You know,
I have an old video where I show panel for panel, frame for frame, what they tried to adapt and how well they did it.
Oh, they're saying Kino means good, apparently. So Kino, all right, good. No, you can't change it. We agree. Yeah. Chapter Master Dante says, fun fact, race car is spelled the same forward and backward. Zirank says, tweeted the XL vape video to you from Ziranks. MW77 says, I wonder if KK's ever seen Star Wars. TLJ Screwjob says, can college courses be made on how not to run a business with Lucasfilm as the main focus? Bad storytelling and screwing over the fans with fake promises. Siri J Longstroke says, I've spent more money on world-class bullshitters and the High Council than I did going to the movie theater. Here's $5 for some cool dudes and not for Disney. Thanks, sire. Cookie Thief Jeremy, Keeper of Cookies, says, in honor of Caitlin, I have changed my name. Lowkey07 says, Matt Bomer as Superman. Also, All Elite Wrestling is Jericho.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that today, Jeremy?
I didn't.
Yeah, Chris Jericho signed with All Elite Wrestling.
Really?
And so did Neville.
Oh.
So it looks like WWE might have some competition that we want.
Sign Punk.
Joe Bolello, thanks for $2. He says, first time caller, long time listener. TLJ Screwjob says, yeah, people say, oh my God, prequels suck, but Lucas has never said there was no valid criticism. RJ, and listen to the fans, Jar Jar, unlike Lucasfilm. Great Loner says, Josh Trank, ha 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 ha. I read them all. Party on Civi says, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for Disney at this December Star Wars sacrifice. And he put numbers in disaster. TLJ Screwjob says, oh God, Kamala Khan's from Jersey City. Why? That's New York. Jersey City's New York. You know, it's all the way up north there. Uriah Wright says Dragon Ball Super is more profitable than Star Wars. Well, most things are at this point. They really are. All right. So with that said, I think we're going to wrap it up tonight for our very first episode of the year. Thank you guys for being, gentlemen. Thank you for joining me on the High Council tonight. It's good to have you here.
It's good to be back, and just want to thank everybody again for everything. It's been an awesome, year getting to know everybody, and I'm looking forward to a kick-ass 2019. And we're going to continue to hold Lucasfilm accountable. We're going to continue to hold the entertainment industry accountable, because we do not want your identity politics in our entertainment. We don't give a damn about your politics. We don't care. We just want to see good stories with good characters. And we're not against diversity. We're against forced diversity. Worry about what complements the story, not your political agenda. Period.
Oh, yeah. Joe Bolello says, for pronouncing my name correctly, please keep up the good work. And he give me another $5. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. And somebody else points out that where I live is just basically Philadelphia. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong about that. Philadelphia is 5 minutes away. Okay, guys, thank you so much. And we will see you next week. Where are we next week?
You'll be on World Class probably because I'm not going to be able to host for a few weeks just with all the traveling I'm doing.
Okay, so we'll have a surprise guest.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I can't be here, but I definitely won't be able to host. So.
Okay. So you
So,
might just phone in.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys about it as the week goes. And but if you want to bring a guest on, that's fine too. You know, we want to make sure that we're covering. We're making
Jeremy,
sure that
if we
sure
can,
that the audience is entertained.
no, if we can get you on, we want you on. If you can't be on, then we have to replace you. But if you can be here in any capacity, even if it's via Ouija board, a seance, we do want Jeremy to be on the show, and that is the way it goes. So, thanks everyone, and subscribe to Geeks and Gamers. Subscribe to World Class Bullshitters. Please subscribe to Comic Artist Pro Secrets if you haven't yet, and we'll see you next week. Have a great time. Bye-bye.
Bye.